next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
Welcome back to Crunch Time here on Woodward Sports on a big Wednesday.
Hot
Jeff
Wednesday.
Iafrate, Booner, KG. We got Caleb Zarnick. By the way, for those who don't know, because you can't actually know how hot it is in the studio, the boys are battling right now.
Yes,
but you
it's
know
a
what?
steam room.
It's all part of the mission.
So I just looked over at the thermostat, 86 degrees.
We're working in 86 degrees. They are working on the AC unit.
Allegedly.
Yeah, they're working on it right now.
They showed up while Big D was going, and I took them up to the roof. So they are currently, we have people here working on it. So hopefully in the next couple hours, the AC gets fixed here.
Oh, great. After I go home.
Yeah,
that's
after
great.
KG's like, right after I do two
I mean, can we
straight
get
shows.
KG? Like,
I'm tarp soft partially, bro.
This dude is. I mean, we got KG. KG is
Bro,
battling today. He's in a wife beater.
I had to pull my A-cups out. You think I wanted to do that,
Oh,
bro? Like,
man.
come on, dog. It's hot as shit in here. It's
Man.
fucking slave ship in here.
Yeah.
Crazy, dog.
We got a lot.
It is crazy. I mean, we're going to be dripping sweat. We're going to be dripping sweat.
We got a lot to talk about today. John Collins is the Detroit Piston. Jalen Duren, what's
Yeah.
happening with him? We'll be joined by Detroit Kool-Aid. I mean, he's actually out of town, but we're going to try and get him on via remote so we can talk about the John Collins deal because he joined the show as well and spoke a lot about John Collins. But, man, this
What a
Pistons
day.
free agency has been so much fun to cover. It really has. I mean, we spent a lot of time yesterday bringing some free agents to the table. It's kind of that time of the year where even when you're at home, even when you're just chilling, even when you're freaking grocery shopping, I'm checking. I get that Shams report on my
Shams
phone.
bomb.
I got to see who's signing, what's going on. The Pistons are trying to make some moves right here, and they did today.
Real quick, can we say this? NBA free agency has been underwhelming the first day. Usually, like 6 o'clock, it opens up. It's just boom, 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 boom. I do know there's a factor of like, it's not the craziest free agency class, but you would think with sign-in trades, different things, that there would be a lot more movement. It was a lot of like low-level players yesterday. I think the reason of that, at least in my mind, I'm pretty sure there's been a team or two the last year or so that has been kind of cracked for tampering. And, you know, players sign instantly, and they're like, well, they've been talking with him for weeks. Isn't there a team that lost like a first-round pick or maybe in the NFL that happened? But I know that there's been some tampering that's been going on. And so I think a lot of NBA teams in free agency this year were like, let's just be careful. And then obviously today you see it kind of heating up a little bit more. And the bigger names not tampering. Like LeBron didn't tamper. He's like, free agency opens up. He's like, just give me the teams and we'll sit there and we'll look at everything. So he might take like weeks.
Who would have thought 41-year-old LeBron has been the storyline?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the storyline of free agency. 41 years old. Where will he go? I was this morning. I'm listening to local radio talk about him being a Piston. That's where we're at right now, right?
Yeah, that's where we're at.
LeBron being a Piston.
Yeah. Did you guys see that?
Awesome.
Before LeBron told the teams he was out, Bronny signed his contract to be fully guaranteed.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
how it went down. Wow.
A genius
Good
move
for Bronny.
Genius
Yeah, that's a
move.
good. Hey, that's a good dad right there.
Yeah.
Shout out Pops.
Let's just get into it. The Detroit Pistons made a signing yesterday. Yesterday on the show, that's why you should be tuning in every single day because sometimes we have segments that do pertain to the next day that something happens. And you're going to get used to it during football season. We talk about the Lions, but yesterday we brought some free agents to the table. By the way, Luke Kennard
Signed with the Suns, and it was a great deal. 2
was a
years,
great deal.
$13
Yeah.
million.
Keon Ellis signed somewhere too.
Keon
Would've
Ellis
been
signed
great.
some guys that were off the board there. But I'll tell you what, John Collins we talked about a lot yesterday, is a Detroit Piston. He signed a 3-year, $51 million contract. It's $17 million per year. And this, to me, is not the all-in big move, but it is the move that had to be done. You're signing somebody in John Collins who is a perfect fit for this team. Before we get into the contract, let's talk about the basketball fit. He can shoot threes, shot 41% from three. He's a very good corner three-point shooter.
Yep.
He's someone who's going to be able to play perfectly alongside Cade Cunningham. He can catch lobs. He can be someone that isn't going to be your number two, but on any given night can be your number two leading scorer.
Yeah.
That's the type of talent John Collins has. This is a player that, looking back to his time with Atlanta, he was a former first-round pick. He signed a 5-year, $125 deal with the Hawks. So that's $25 million per year. Now we're at this point where he signs for $17 million. It's $10 million less than Tobias Harris, and you upgrade it. Just looking at the Detroit Pistons free agency this offseason, Pistons fans should be excited. You've already upgraded. Isaiah Joe is an upgrade over nothing. You just acquired him. John Collins is an upgrade over Tobias Harris. They're both young. They're both pretty good at what they do specifically. Isaiah Joe shooting. John Collins, he can catch lobs, spot up, and hit threes. And he can bring a lot to the table as someone who you can depend on. I mentioned yesterday someone who you feel very comfortable with matching up with some of these bigger fours like an Evan Mobley. So I give a ton of credit to Trajan Langdon for this one, man. It's a really good signing, and Pistons fans have been clamoring for this guy for years. I brought him up yesterday, but I'm not going to take credit for someone that the Pistons fan base have been talking about since he was in Atlanta, when they wanted to trade for him when he was making 25, and you got him at $17 million. Is the offseason
incredible?
Done? No, but this is a great way to kind of start this whole, hopefully, fireworks in the next couple days.
I want to say this, and Caleb, I'll solo cam real quick, because Trajan Langdon right now, he's moving different than any other GM in the city of Detroit. And I'm not going to sit here and say John Collins is the splash move, but what other GMs in this city haven't done is they haven't actually tried to fully upgrade their rosters. They go in-house. They stay loyal to their guys. And Trajan Langdon said, hey, Tobias, I know you're our guy. We can upgrade you, and we can go get John Collins at a cheaper price than we had you last year. So at $17 million, guys, Trajan's moving way different than Brad Holmes. He's moving different right now than Steve Yzerman, and he's moving different than Scott Harris. He's on a level to where he knows he needs to win a championship, and he wants to win a championship, and he's going straight at it. And again, John Collins, not the splash move that you wanted, but at least this guy is taking the time out there and spending the money to go upgrade positions that needed to be upgraded, which you just have not seen with other teams in this city right now. And I respect the hell out of that, out of Trajan Langdon. Yeah. And guess what? He can still continue to keep making moves, and he's going to. And this free agent, it's day 2 of free agency. This thing is not over. It's not even close. So I love this move, because you're essentially just saying, hey, Tobias, you average, 13 and 4 for you? We're going to get a guy that can come in and average 15 or 16 and 7. And he could shoot 40% from 3. And he does what you do at a different level, and he does it as well with some athleticism, and he can play above the rim for you. It's an upgrade. It is. And this team's moving forward. It's not the end-all, be-all, because this roster's not done. But so far, me and Jeff were talking about it with Caleb in the back, so far, they're moving forward, and they're taking steps forward. This roster right now, we were using our hand motions back there. It's gone from here to here. That's what it's done. And the Isaiah Joe thing, you add another shooter, that's part of that upgrade. Yeah. And now you're moving forward. Like he is moving like a championship GM. Now he needs to continue to do that, and he needs to go out and get a Tyler Hero or go get that number 2 piece. And you would hope over the next week he does that. But until then, as of right now, the moves that he is making, man, he is moving that way. And he still has the flexibility when it comes to free agency, trades. Like, he still has the most flexibility out of probably any NBA GM right now.
Yeah, we had the conversation in the back. I am a big fan of John Collins as a player. Like, even, this is a guy that Detroit Pistons have been clamoring for 4 years. I feel like he's that stretch big, that stretch 4 that you've been wanting. He's athletic, like Booner and Jeff were, saying. He can play above the rim. He's going to be a lob threat for Cade. But I think an important thing to look at here is, and Booner alluded to it, this cannot be the end-all, be-all for the Detroit Pistons. You cannot go into next season just re-signing Jalen Duren, bring in John Collins, and bring in Isaiah Joe, and think that's the end-all, be-all. You have $24 million left in cap. And what's the one thing we were asking for going into this offseason? It was a guy that can create his own shot and take the load off of Cade Cunningham in terms of ball handling. And outside of Ibuka Okori, we haven't gotten that guy yet. So with that remaining $24 million, I am fully expecting another move out of Trajan Langdon, to help Cade. And that can't be a guy like Norman Powell. He got signed an hour after John Collins did. So Trajan's going to have to look at his options, and it's going to have to be for a ball handler. It has to.
Yeah, listen, I've been clamoring for this move for a couple years now, and when Kool-Aid comes on, we will wax poetically because we spoke this into existence finally, bro. But I think it's a great move. You get your starting for somebody that can absolutely space the floor, sneaky athletic at 6'9", not a complete slouch on defense either for all the people where's the defense crowd? He's going to be okay. He's going to fit in well into this culture here, and regardless whether you keep Duren or not, I think this is a absolutely great move. Like, how can you hate this move? The price point that you got him at, being cheaper than Tobias even was, and you're going to get a lot more production than you got out of Tobias, who never should have been put in that second scoring option role in the first place for how old he is. But I really like the prospect of John Collins coming into this situation with a good ball handler and distributor like Cade Cunningham, because he might not be the number 2 option on most nights, but he is absolutely capable of that. This is a former 20-a-game guy, and I know I'm a broken record with that, but these are the facts. He is somebody that's been able to do this in this league for a very long time. The Clippers wasn't really utilizing him properly, but in terms of catch and shoot, getting his own bucket, like he covers all the bases, bro, and I think this is a really, really good move for the stretch four that you sorely needed.
Go on.
I was just say, by the way, just a little contract stuff with this. Amari tweeted out. He said about an hour ago, per source, the last 2 years of the John Collins contract are non-guaranteed. So it's like the Duncan Robinson deal. So he said they don't have the figures yet, but only that first year is guaranteed. Similar, again, like you said, the Duncan thing. Keith Smith, who's very, very good with the cap space, he said in a sign and trade, a contract must be for 3 years, but only the first year has to be fully guaranteed. I think we're probably most likely you're looking at this doesn't just turn into a straight up, hey, they're signing him. I bet you right now Trajan and the Clippers are working on some sort of sign and trade to get John Collins over here, so it won't affect the cap as much as it probably would if it was a straight up just sign. So they'll probably maybe throw a Duncan in there. I don't know how they would go about it, and I don't know.
Kevin Huerter?
I know if you just straight up sign him, you probably have $25-ish million to work with going forward. That's with Jalen Duren, and without him, it goes up to like 40-something. With the sign and trade, I think it opens it up more so you're more flexible to go out and get more, to go maybe do a sign and trade for a Tyler Hero and absorb that contract. So there's flexibility with this. I think that you just have to kind of wait and see how this works out. Because the $17 million is incredible, first of all.
It's amazing.
And then if they can do a sign and trade on it and kind of work this cap a little bit more, again, Trajan's doing things that other GMs in this town aren't doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying to put the puzzle pieces together and build a championship roster. Again, people in the chat, Booner, John Collins isn't like the greatest upgrade over Tobias. He's not your number 2. No, he's not.
No.
But what you have to understand is when you build a championship team, there are pieces that have to get put into place on that. This is one of the first pieces with the Isaiah Joe to now John Collins. Then you go out and add another secondary scorer, ball handler.
So you do believe that second piece is coming?
Oh, it's going to come.
Oh,
it's inevitable. Like, I don't think, and the report this morning is that they want to add more pieces to the front court. That's the report today. So it's inevitable that there is going to be, whether it's a Trey Murphy, a Tyler Hero, there's something else that's cooking right now. And that's even on top if they keep Jalen Duren.
Right.
They're still going to add pieces to this roster. Is far from finished in my opinion.
It is far from finished. They have to go get that second guy.
It does appear that the Duren deal is maybe holding that up, though.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of waiting to see what Duren's going to do and if who's going to offer Duren and what's the price point you end up getting Duren at. Like, is there going to be a team like the Lakers? Because like the people keep saying the Lakers are going to offer him the max, right?
Yeah.
Guess what the report is? Lakers are number 1 option right now is Walker Kessler. Because it's cheaper. Yep. It's 30-something million. So if the Lakers end up getting a deal done with Walker Kessler and they get him, then guess what? They're not going to offer Jalen Duren that max number.
No.
So I think the Pistons are letting this thing play out a little bit. You got to let the other teams offer. If they can get Jalen Duren, again, I said in the back at like $40 million, that leaves you more space to go out and even get a better player.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know how fans can be upset at this move. I genuinely don't. I mean, John Collins, people forget too, he was the pick-and-roll partner for Trae Young when they reached the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, he's been a part of a deep playoff run.
He was the number 2 on that team.
He was the number 2 on that team. And also on top of that, again, you're dealing with a 41% three-point shooter. He's a highly efficient player. Is he great defensively? No.
But
you know
he's
what he
not
does?
horrible.
You know what he does provide to this team? A lob threat. And another pick-and-roll partner for Cade Cunningham. So anybody that looks at this move and tries to think to themselves like, oh, I don't like it, because in their mind they're trying to think of the big move. This move is an upgrade over Tobias Harris for $10 million cheaper. And if you look at the offseason, Isaiah Joe, John Collins, Abuka Okori, like, they added pieces and players that do provide needs for what this team is lacking. Is it the end-all, be-all because they need a scorer? No. But they unequivocally got better.
And he didn't pay a lot for those upgrades. He didn't.
Right.
You look at a couple second-round picks for Isaiah Joe that you really didn't need. You look at the fact that you got Okoro. You were able to get that trade during the season to upgrade your draft pick. And then you see this deal, $17 million a year for a guy like this who, once again, he went to kind of a shitty situation with the Clippers. A lot of wings over there. They didn't utilize him properly, but he was still as productive as advertised, man. And for the shooting that you're getting, a bona fide sharpshooter in this guy, I think it's a perfect deal.
By the way, too, the John Collins stuff, let's just say if Jalen Duren leaves, the conversation was always, well, who's going to be that pick-and-roll guy for Cade Cunningham? That's John Collins. And obviously he's not a big five guy. He's really a forward. But if you're talking about, hey, you still need to have that kind of game for Cade Cunningham, John Collins fits right in there. Like, perfectly.
Yeah, well, even this comment, like Prolific, like shout out Prolific in the chat. We see him in there all the time. He says, no, he wasn't. Capella was the pick and roll guy at the time. No, he wasn't the only pick and roll guy for Trae Young. It was John Collins as well. And actually,
pick and pop, really.
Pick and pop, which you can be utilized with him. But Prolific, my point is Trae Young, Clint Capella, John Collins, they made the Eastern Conference Finals. If you had Cade Cunningham, John Collins, and Jalen Duren, people aren't going to like it. With Asar and you have all these other pieces, are they done? No. But if you bring back Jalen Duren, that's still, I mean, to me, it's an upgrade of an offseason. Now, how much of an upgrade is what Caleb is saying and, like, where they can go? And ultimately, we can have that debate as well. But, like, that's the thing where we were arguing in the back, Caleb. Like, I get the main point of the offseason was finding a score, which I understand. But you can't deny, like, would you rather have, and this is the simple question, would you rather have John Collins or Tobias Harris?
I understand that, but if going into the offseason, what we were asking for was not just a Tobias Harris replacement. The only thing we've done to address our biggest need.
That was one of the looming decisions.
You got to look at every position and say upgrade. Where you got to upgrade each position. Yeah. It's not like this. John Collins isn't full offseason move. This is one of the positions where you go, hey, are you going to bring Tobias back? And he played himself into a contract like 20-something million again, which you're going to see him get that deal. He's no longer an MLE guy. It's, hey, are you comfortable with Tobias running it back? Or potentially, hey, we got this opportunity with John Collins, which is an upgrade at the end of the day. Younger, $17 million. Again, that's cheaper than you had Tobias the last few years. And he can actually, like, he could shoot, technically, like, if we're looking at percentages, better at the three-point line than Tobias Harris, which Tobias has more, obviously, attempts. But you can still say, hey, he does that. And he pick and rolls probably at a better than Tobias, and he can play above the rim.
Pick and roll, pick and pop.
There's just so many upgrades with the John Collins, where realistically, it's an upgrade. It is. There's no lateral 100%. Movement. It's hey, this team just got better from last year. At the end of the day,
yes, it's an upgrade. But what I'm saying, and it's really not frustration because the offseason isn't over. But I'm saying, like Jeff said, if we leave this offseason, and this is our team plus Jalen Duren. If the only other move we make, maybe outside of little contracts here and there to fill out the roster, and bring back Jalen Duren, you are not that much better of a basketball team than you were last year. And you didn't go into the offseason and address the number one thing we've been talking about for months, and that's a secondary score to Cade Cunningham. If you guys think Jalen Duren can develop and become that, and the Pistons think that, fine. But we didn't, in this offseason, if this is it, we did not address the number one need for this basketball.
Again, it's day 2 of free agency.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
The offseason technically just started.
But Jeff brought up if we bring in back Duren and this is the team.
But you're not. But even if you bring Duren back, you still have almost $30 million to go get a secondary score.
I know, and
they've said that they're not done with that.
We still need to. That's why I'm not frustrated or mad because this is a good move for the Pistons. Well, John Collins is a good player.
Here's the thing I don't think Pistons fans are taking into consideration. Are we sure Tobias Harris is completely out the door?
I would think so.
Are we sure?
Well, I think so, but there is a chance they can bring him back on a cheaper deal if he's willing to go to the bench.
There is, but that's always the thing where it's like if he's willing to do it. I don't know if Tobias, like the pay difference would be so. There's going to be a team that offers him an X amount of money, and as well too is I think, and again, we're not contract experts or cap experts in the NBA, but I think there is a thing where they're going to have to remove the bird rights, and then teams are going to really be able to go out there and get after him.
Do they have bird rights on Tobias?
I think they do. I believe right now they do, but I think with the John Collins signing, I think they have to remove that. Someone in the chat, I mean, if there's people out there who understand that. Maybe Kool-Aid will have an understanding of it. But from what I've read, I know they have bird rights to where they're able to offer Tobias more than other teams are right now. But I think with this John Collins thing, it removes that, and they'll have to sign Tobias as an MLE if he's willing to do that.
Right.
So I think you have to remove the bird rights at that point, and
It's like this, Tim.
could be wrong.
Free
again.
agency has been open for 17 hours, and you people are already losing your minds.
I'm not losing my mind at all.
Guys, 17 hours. And some things just don't make you people happy, huh?
I'm happy about John Collins.
By the way,
I'm happy.
17 hours?
I have a move that I would like to bring up to the people. Can we do that after break?
Yes,
I
let's go to break.
have a move. Because
Okay.
the 17 hours, I think there's some things in the NBA right now. Again, this is the slowest start we've ever seen to free agency in the NBA.
Yeah.
We've
a lot
never-
of shit happened before free agency, though.
Yeah, so like we things are going to start picking up, I think,
I
in the
also
next
have a
48
theory
hours.
about that, and I'll get to that as well after you say what you got to say. I do have a theory on why free agency has been kind of weird. But pure psychiatry, let me tell you about it. I might need pure psychiatry because I'm melting. I need someone to talk to. Which, by the way, at Woodward Sports, you're never alone. And Pure Psychiatry provides personalized psychiatric care designed specifically for you, not a cookie-cutter plan. 16 locations in Michigan, 2 in Ohio. They make getting help accessible and comfortable. If you're thinking about taking that first step, visit PurePsychMI.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. One's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
All right, let me tell you about Buddy's Pizza, the best Detroit-style pizza in the game right now. Follow their social channels and join the rewards program to see what they have planned throughout 2026, and you can add some Detroit style to your next event with Buddy's Catering. Their menu is packed with fan favorites, including their award-winning pizza, signature salads, home-style pastas, and more. Save 20% on your next catering order of $200 or more when you order with promo code Woodward20. Visit buddyspizza.com/catering to view their complete menu and place your order today.
We're back here. Crunch time, Woodward Sports. Man.
It's fucking hot in here, boys.
Hey, you
This
know
is
what, though?
insane.
You know what we got to have the mindset of?
It's got to be dogs.
Got to be dogs because we're lucky to be talking sports. Okay, it's 80-something
Absolutely.
degrees in here. There's people that are outside working in this 90-plus
Absolutely.
degree.
I might
weather.
turn the heat up.
You know what Anson told me the,
The
other day?
blue-collar people out there.
Anson
Right.
came in the office and said, Booner, you and Jeff hit the lottery on life. Look what you guys do for a living.
That's a great
So in a moment like this, I think, you know what, Anson's right. I hit the lottery on life. I'm talking sports for a job.
Yeah.
blast.
Full-time job.
I think it was Rich Eisen. I heard him say it. Like, if you're in the sports media business, you're getting away with it.
Yeah.
So that's
Robert.
man, shout out Wet Rag from Anson. Man.
Shout out
Can we-
Anson.
can we
Oh,
shout out- and there's
man.
Anson right there. Anson, what happened? We hit the lottery
Oh,
on
my
life.
God.
didn't
Oh, man, that's big time,
we
Anson.
need, oh, Jeff. Oh, no.
No, you know
Jeff.
what? You know what, Anson?
That feels incredible.
Oh,
That's
my God.
amazing.
Shout out Anson.
That's
bro.
incredible. And
God
Anson's the best,
damn.
dude. That's incredible. A little, oh.
Hey, to all,
Oh, here we go. We
to,
got more.
to all the people working out in this heat, man, God bless you.
Yeah. Hey, hopefully you're all
guys
right.
are,
Stay
Stay
hydrated.
hydrated.
Please don't have
Electrolyte.
heat stroke today.
Yeah,
This is
that's
April.
why I drink a bunch of electrolytes, man. Just stay fully hydrated.
By the way, Wheezy, shout out Wheezy, says, supported CT just to be ignored because I disagree with Booner and have my own mind. Wheezy, you're not ignoring. Like, who's ignoring
Oh,
Wheezy?
Weezy, we're not ignoring you. We're just talking.
I
man.
could address one of his comments.
Shout
It's-
out,
Uh-oh.
Weezy.
Yeah,
Weezy,
but-
Caleb on his ass,
I
though.
do
We
fuck
love
with
to go
Weezy
back and
D.
for. Yeah,
No,
I
do
like
fuck
Weezy
with
D.
Weezy
We go
But
back
he
and
is a
forth.
noted troll.
One thing I do want to address, Weezy D, that you did bring up. I saw the comment. I was going to bring it up before you go to break. You talked
him,
about
Caleb.
the internal progression
Get him,
and
Caleb.
how I talked about, if all they did was bring back Duren, they wouldn't, their team isn't that much better than last year. Even though, yes, they did upgrade at the 4. I don't want to hear about internal progression. Yes. I don't want to hear about it. I'm sorry. I've done it too long with the Tigers. I don't know how much better Ron Holland is getting. How much better is Asar Thompson? If I know he has to develop an offensive game, but I don't want to hear about internal progression. I'm sorry, Weezy D. I don't.
Okay.
Well, I will agree. The internal stuff, I'm out on that. I am fully out. Like the Pistons last year, that was what Trajan said. And Weezy, if you want to say internal progression, Trajan Langdon last year said internally we're going to stick with our guys. What did he say in the press conference 3 weeks ago? We have our 3 core guys. That's it.
Exactly.
So like the internal thing, I think this is the issue that Brad and I think some of these other GMs in the state and the city have had. The issues was, hey, they're so focused on internally, they don't know when to actually turn and flip the switch of, hey, we do have to go out and get some players.
Right.
Like
You can do both.
realistically, there are better players out in the free agency market and trade market than the guys that you drafted. Yeah. Like you don't have to be so hard-headed on that. You can go find other players, and that's where I think Trajan is like finally, and I hope that's where you see more moves that are made.
Yeah.
Can I say though, real quick, just really, really fast?
No,
that
no,
I-
no, you
not
can't.
really, really fast. You can go.
Yeah,
No.
Let you cook. Yeah.
I know. I just want
yes.
everybody to realize that I understand that we're only 17 hours into free agency. I understand that.
Yes.
But I just think that if you go into next season and all you do is bring back Duren, you're not much better as a basketball team, and you didn't address
But
the
you're
number one
upgraded,
need on your
correct?
team. You
You
upgraded,
are
but
upgraded.
but
On
you
paper,
did not
you've
address
upgraded.
the number one thing you needed on this team, and that was more ball handling.
I can agree. That's not ball handling.
Well, secondary
Number two option.
Scoring.
Yeah,
yes.
because they got another
ball
handler.
handling. They got that, and they have added shooting. Like they upgraded like a 40% 3-point shooter out of your forward now.
Yeah.
That's an upgrade.
They upgraded two
Isaiah
guys
Joe,
with 40%
shooter.
Yeah.
Now, as of now, Duncan's still on the team. So if you're looking at right now's roster, it's an upgraded roster.
That's what I'm worried about.
Can
Do
I
they
bring
keep
up?
Duncan?
Can I bring up another option here?
Yeah.
Because there was a report last night about Jalen Duren. It came out Jalen Duren's interested in joining the Boston Celtics, and probably I'm guessing going to take a meeting with him.
Well, the only trade
There's
piece.
one piece.
Yeah, the only trade piece that's coming with that.
Jaylen Brown to the Detroit Pistons. Like that, I think right now, and I know people said the Pistons don't want to trade Jalen Duren and be in a sign and trade. But if Jalen Duren says, hey, I'm interested in meeting with the Boston Celtics, they have a deal for me, a max deal, the Pistons could easily go to the Celtics and say, hey, Jalen Duren to Jaylen Brown's an upgrade. We'll give you Jalen Duren. You can give him your max deal. We'll give you 2 first-round picks. Yeah. You can have Duncan Robinson. You can have, I don't know, Karis LeVert, Marcus Sasser. Whatever. You take your pick, and we'll take Jaylen Brown. And we'll move from there. And now you're rolling with a lineup of Cade Cunningham, Jaylen Brown, Asar Thompson, John Collins, and you go out and at that point when Neil sits there and goes, find me a center. Who's going to play center? Who's going to play center? Who's going to set ball screens? Guys, you can go find a center in that lineup that can fit right in. Most centers in this league that are starting potential at 20, 15 million, you can slot them right in that lineup. And John Collins is now your ball screen guy. And even that big, whoever the big is, he can set the screens too. But like that is, I think, something that people need to actually keep an eye out for, where I think Trajan needs to really take a look at that Jaylen Brown and Jalen Duren to the Boston Celtics. I think they need to consider that.
I love it. We're gonna do this again.
Yeah, we're doing it again.
But it keeps coming out.
No, I'm not saying. I'm joking because I called the guy a douchebag. But I'll say this on Jaylen Brown. Obviously, that's what people were asking for. Caleb.
Yep, that's what I'm asking for.
I would love it.
That's what I'm asking for.
Okay.
That's an A++ offseason.
Would you say they have upgraded if they get Jaylen Brown?
Fuck yeah. Are you kidding me? He's an MVP caliber player. Yes.
Okay, I'm just checking with you. Yeah, he would be a hell of a move. I think there's also backup options on the table though.
Yeah.
I think you could check in Milwaukee, try and get Tyler Hero as well. If you strike out on the Jaylen Brown deal. If you can't work out something for Jaylen Brown, Tyler Hero's over in Milwaukee on an expiring contract. You could figure something out for them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably going to want to move off him. I know they probably want to move off Miles Turner. They got Ware over there now, the center from the Heat. They probably want to stick with. Yeah. So they're probably going to be looking to sell. Maybe Tyler Hero can be in the cards as well. That's why I think it's very important, guys. Like, it's not over. Okay, it's okay, and it's very fair to react and give your opinion. I'm not trying to gatekeep. You can say whatever the hell you want. But for people to feel super emotional or upset, not saying you are, Caleb, because what you're saying and what your point is fair. Like, let this thing kind of play out a little bit. Let Trajan get to work, because you could say what you said earlier. This dude is operating in an impressive way.
Different than we've seen other GMs. I get where you're a little like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like traumatized from other GMs in the NBA. But you have to understand, no other GMs have gone out there and made a signing like John Collins in free agency.
I do have breaking news
Mitch
here.
Rob.
This kind of takes away the Jalen Duren to Boston stuff. Breaking news from Shams. Free agent center Mitchell Robinson has agreed to a 3-year, $47.4 million deal to sign with the Boston
There it is.
Have fun.
Celtics.
Have fun with Hackemich. DNC, I'm sorry, bro. I know you wanted to fix him, but apparently Boston going to attempt to do that.
Tyler Hero. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
Hey, Milwaukee,
How about this?
How we doing?
That's 15 a year. Okay, do you guys see what I'm saying a little bit in the sense of if Jalen Duren was to leave and you add a John Collins and you go get a Jaylen Brown or you go get another number 2 scorer, to where it's like, Neil's like, what center are you going to get? You could get, and I'm not going to sit here and say Mitchell Robinson was Jalen Duren, but dude, you upgraded your 4 with John Collins. You could have gone out and got like a Jaylen Brown, and you're rolling out there with Cade, Asar, Jaylen Brown, John Collins, and Mitchell Robinson. Guys, you're winning an NBA championship with that move. Yeah. Like, it's a fact. You are. Like, I don't know if you can't understand that, then I can't help you, and you're just like, I don't want to say it, but you're idiotic. Like, you don't know what you're talking about at that point. That's a championship 5, starting 5 right there, and then you got some good pieces coming off the bench. So obviously that didn't happen, but that was my whole point with all this center stuff, to where, hey, if you were to move on from Jalen Duren, there are options out there. Obviously not as good, but you're upgrading at other positions.
Let's go to break. When we come back, guys, we're going to talk about the stuff. That's big. We're going to talk about the stuff. What does this mean for Duren? Jaylen Brown off the table at this point, it seems. Or is it? I don't know. We'll talk about it. But first, I got to tell you about our friends over at Yaldo Eye Center, because, man, if you think that John Collins signing was terrible, you need to get your damn eyes checked, and Yaldo can provide that for you. They do a great job. LASIK eye surgery, only $16.99 per eye, by the way. Regardless of your prescription, it's a one-time investment, but it'll save you thousands and thousands of dollars on glasses and contacts. I hate contacts. I forget my glasses everywhere. LASIK is worth it, and you got to go to someone you trust, Yaldo Eye Center. So you can book your consultation today with Yaldo Eye Center at yaldoeyecenter.com/1699.
For more Detroit Tigers coverage, make sure you subscribe to Woodward Tigers on YouTube. All Tigers, all the time. For the hardcore Detroit sports fans who can't get enough of the Motor City's teams. All season long, you'll get non-stop Tigers content from on-field interviews, post-game reactions, and roundtable insight from Woodward Sports.
It's game on at Art & Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art & Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face. New focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Let me tell you, am I allowed? Let me tell you about my friends over at Water Hazard, but Founders specifically, because it's the very first canned vodka cocktail from Founders, 5%, and you can get those $5 cans at Art & Jake's location in Michigan on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Please drink responsibly.
Breaking news.
We have
breaking news.
Hold on.
The Los Angeles Lakers are acquiring Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz for an unprotected first-round pick in 2031, a 2033, and a first-round swap in 28 and 30. Kessler will sign a 4-year, $130 million deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. This is per Shams. That is at $32.5 a year. I will tell you guys this rolls right into the point of, hey, shout out Neil Rule. Neil, what did I say? I told him in the back there. I said as soon as Jalen Duren's market's gone, Pistons get him for $40 million, the deal that we all wanted. Who cares about the 45, the 46, 47? Right now, Jalen Duren's market, Celtics off the table, Lakers off the table.
It's dropping.
Who else is there?
The Kings. That's
the
it.
Kings, and that's it.
But here's what, and honestly, it's important. This is very, very important for the Duren stuff because it goes and it applies to the point we made yesterday. The Pistons hold the freaking cards, bro. I mean, Trajan Langdon had to just chill, have his poker face on, let this stuff play out. Walker Kessler, who can shoot the three, can block shots. He didn't average as many points as Jalen Duren, but he averaged like 2 blocks a game. He could shoot the threes, capable of it.
Defensively, he's better.
Defensively, he's better. He's capable of shooting the three, 7'2". He's a young player who's ascending. He's gotten better every single year. He gets 32.5. So that, again, Trajan with the poker face, chilling, waiting. It's the negotiation game. Now Jalen Duren, that has to come down that price point. Like, what are you going to argue? Are you $10, $15 million better than Walker Kessler? No, you're not. So this is a big win for the Pistons, big win for Trajan Langdon in this case. I do.
Yeah, honestly, this is perfect for Trajan, and at the end of the day, that man is putting on a show right now.
Yeah.
Because Jalen Duren and his camp, I would guess they wanted that 50 a year. They wanted the big contract from the Pistons that only the Pistons could offer, and they probably lowballed and said, I will give you 35. We'll give you 37. And he was like, all right, we'll go out in the market and we'll go get the full 178. And the reports this morning are 177. Reports this morning that the Lakers are having a second meeting with Jalen Duren, and Jalen Duren's going to go out there, and they told him that he's a max-level player. He's not going to get the max unless the Kings step up and take it.
Yeah.
He's not. Like, who?
There's no other suitors right now.
If the Pistons put out there, what would it be for 40 a year for 4 years? What is that?
160.
You say, hey, we'll give you 4 years, 160. What team's going to go out there and say, we'll give you 4 for 177? Who's matching that?
No, I agree.
That was my price. That was when I argued with Neil, and Neil's like, you want to kick him to the curb? People, listen, no one here at this network just wanted to kick Jalen Duren to the curb. It was always about price range and the price point. That was always the thing. It was always, hey, I'll take you at $40 million a year, but when you start hitting that 45 to 47 into the 50s, it's over. Like Jeff said, they just got Walker Kessler at 32. It's over at that 45. And if a team was willing to step up the Kings, go ahead, be my guest, take them. Let's do a sign and trade, bring us someone else. But if you get that 40, like Trajan cooked if you get that 40 a year.
Yeah, and we got a $10 super chat from Tev Saw. Shout out, he says, it might be uncomfortable, but Trajan walked this tightrope thus far with the Duren contract, looking like he will be the winner in this. We will say this is what we want, make uncomfortable moves.
Yeah, and to me, it's not uncomfortable. He's just doing good business. This is what you want your GM to do. You want him to be kind of self-aware of the situation. You want to pay somebody like Duren because he does deserve his money. Let's be real about it. But you don't want to overpay and hamstring the team from improving this roster further, and that's what you want to do, man. So I'm really proud of Trajan the way he's handled this thing.
I feel like every time we go to KG, one more towels on his.
Yeah, I'm accumulating towels.
Next time you go to KG, one more towel gets thrown on.
Right.
At the end of the show.
Hey, bottom line though, also too, just to think about this, Lakers do have a squad. Even without LeBron, you have Luka, Austin Reeves, and Walker Kessler. Those are like 3 really good players.
Yeah, Walker is someone like Weezy in the chat. Shout out Weezy said, Kessler ain't shooting threes, gang. He's not lining up and shooting 4 threes a game. Last year he only played limited games, 6 of 8 from 3. Like he's capable of shooting threes, and he shot it better in the limited sample size you saw this year. My point isn't that he's Brook Lopez, but he has more of a game than Jalen Duren in terms of he's already there trying to shoot threes. He's a better shot blocker. So is he an All-NBA third team? No. Is he an All-Star? No. But he's ascending. So yeah. At $32 million, man, I'm curious. Maybe you can. I would still say I'm at that $40 million number. If you're around there, I'm cool with it. I've already said I'd match the restricted offer, but
I'll tell you what, if Trajan
this definitely
Langdon
helps negotiations for sure.
If he gets Jalen Duren under $40 million because there's no other teams out there willing to offer, he's the best GM in Detroit, and it might not be close.
Yeah.
If he ends up getting Jalen Duren at like 37 a year, 38 a year, like that right there, and you leave money on the table to go get a Tyler Hero or go get another player,
yeah,
he's in the lab cooking, and he's on that Brad Holmes 2023 draft class type.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. I think it's 23, the big one that he had. That's what it feels like if he ends up cooking this offseason getting that price. That would be incredible.
Yeah, no, I like this. I like this for the Pistons, man. I think this is, the thing. This is probably what it's going to be, though, Caleb. Like, Jalen Duren is going to be a Piston. I ultimately think. I said that yesterday. Tyler Hero is the one I got my eyes set on. I think he's the most realistic option for the Pistons at this point. I just do. The Jaylen Brown stuff's fun to talk about, but looking at the landscape of the NBA right now, you have Tyler Hero on an expiring contract in Milwaukee. They want to sell. You're going to lose Tyler Hero for nothing? No. So even though he is from that area, but I would make the call to Milwaukee and see what you can get done, man. Now, you got some time to make it happen, but if you have a lineup, you need a starting 2 guard at this point, Caleb. But if you have Cade, Tyler Hero, Ausar, John Collins, and Jalen Duren,
that's it.
You feel really good.
Yes, absolutely.
You feel really good because not only do you have more guys that can handle the ball, you improved shooting, you upgraded certain positions, like you got better, and you added another scorer. Is it Jaylen Brown? No. Tyler Hero is a 20-point scorer who is not inefficient. He's efficient, especially from the three-point line. So I like it. I think there's still some more work to do, but yeah, Tyler Hero would be the piece to me. That would kind of put the bow essentially on what's been going on. 100%.
Just someone and I think Hero is now realistic. Do you think, Jeff, that Hero would have to be involved in a do you think Duren would have to be involved in a Hero trade, or do you think we could get Hero done?
No, I don't think so. I think you could put a package together, like a Ron Holland, maybe a couple firsts or something. I think you could put a package together without Hero.
You'd have to trade, probably have to get rid of some salary. You'd have to trade probably Duncan's in there somewhere. Yeah. You'd have to get rid of those contracts.
I think you're okay with doing that. I don't think there's a thing where it's like.
Which, like, when you get Isaiah Joe, like, that gives you more flex. I mean, you traded Isaiah Stewart. You probably we'll see what happens with Duncan, but you can free up some money. Like, again, I'm not Keith Smith, but I would assume yes, there's a way to make that happen for sure.
Yeah, if they can get that done, that's it right
especially
there.
If Duren's at a more friendly price point, like high 30s, 40. You're feeling a lot better about that. Prolific said these people don't understand Ausar and Duren can't play together. See, the problem with that is the problem last year is they were playing a lot of the time. Like you had basically one shooter in the lineup at all times, which is a problem. Like, and Tobias Harris is someone that, can shoot the 3 in the playoffs. Wasn't shooting the 3 as well, but he was scoring a lot of points in the playoffs. But if you have a lineup with Tyler Hero, Cade, John Collins, those are 3 guys that can go get a bucket and can shoot the 3 ball.
And if Duren improves his offense just a tad, then you absolutely can play Duren and Ausar at the same time. I mean, they've done it. They've gotten damn near to the Eastern Conference Finals playing Ausar and Duren at the same time. It's not impossible.
Exactly. Without maybe a Tyler Hero addition who's a 20-point scorer.
Right.
It's
not impossible.
Yeah. And honestly, like, we can have this conversation too. I mean, we can even take a break or do it now, but the Ibuka Okori thing, like, I understand he's a rookie, and I don't think he's going to be a massive, role player for you this year. But, like, don't tell me that guy ain't going to contribute anything.
No, I think he's going to get minutes.
He's going to be off the bench.
He's going to get minutes.
That's
an upgrade of a point guard off the bench, which you desperately needed. Like, you needed that type of player.
Like, guys, this isn't the NHL or MLB. Like, the guy's going to contribute year one.
Right.
Like, now, in what capacity? I don't know.
He's not going to be a full Dennis, but he's not going to be a full Dennis Schroeder type. But he's going to get to that point.
Yeah,
at some point for you.
I view him as the Dennis/Karras replacement. I do.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you. And that's the thing that frustrates you the most is people act like this is like a stash player. Like you're going to get him in a year or two.
Yeah.
No, he's going to be able to contribute right away for you. So
I'm not in shock, but it's just crazy to me that Trajan Langdon is playing his cards just perfectly. Like he's playing it perfectly. He basically told Jalen Duren, go test it, go ahead, and now all of a sudden, I mean, you're going to end up getting this guy under $40 million. That's how it's supposed to be done by a GM.
Let's see. By the way, I just want to know what's going on with the Duren stuff because it seems like Keith Smith put out a couple hours ago. He says, sounds like there's some distance to bridge between Jalen Duren and the Pistons. I wonder what it looks like now, kind of after all these deals are kind of settling in. I would like to know. Maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe
you get to a point, though, for Duren where his camp, when they go out there and look at contracts, you had these teams on the table that are willing to give you the 177. They go a different direction. What is Jalen Duren doing now? He has – you have no leverage anymore. Yeah. There's no teams out there now that can potentially, besides the Kings, that can pay him that. So he's lost his leverage, and now Trajan can put a deal on the table that's even more below that he probably put on the table before. Even if Duren wants 45 or 50, he's getting nowhere near that if that's the case.
Yeah.
Nowhere near.
No, he's not.
No one can offer him that besides the Kings, and I don't think the Kings will do it.
Let's head to break. We come back. We'll talk more about it. What's going on with Jalen Duren? Again, reports are coming out, so we'll update you guys accordingly. We appreciate you tuning in live. I mean, this is the free agency show. We're going to provide you with everything that's coming out live. We're getting the information live, or we're going to be providing it for you. Hit the like button on the stream. If you're tuning in for the first time, we're live weekdays, 11 to 1, every single day here on Woodward Sports. We appreciate you. But first, we got to hear about our friends from Loom.
Shout out to the people over at Loom, and they got products just as hot as this studio right now, man. Loom, now through July 5th, they have an Independence Day giveaway. Just buy 2 or more Splash, Fresh Coat, or Ritual products in a single transaction. Opt into the Loom loyalty program, and you are automatically qualified. You can win a 3-night getaway 4-6 at the gorgeous Doomber House in Leelanau Wine Country, complete with over $1,000 in dining and gas. They are also giving away $250 gift cards at all 40 of their stores across the state. So to see rules and regulations, make sure you go to loom.com, and also probably still getting 30% off that order by using code WSN30. Why wouldn't you go to Loom Cannabis?
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
It's mortgage's symbol of excellence, part of the very fabric of mortgage pros. The Blue Jacket, a symbol reserved for those that have separated themselves from the pack. Those who chose discipline over excuses, standards over shortcuts. At Mortgage Pros, greatness isn't given, it is earned.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Let me tell you about our friends over at Supreme Lending. Buying a home or refinancing, it's a massive decision, and just like in sports, you need the right team behind you. That's why Supreme Lending is a part of the Woodward Sports family. Mention Woodward Sports. When you apply for an eligible loan, you'll receive up to $500 off your appraisal. To score the deal, call the numbers on the screen. Talk to Chris and Chad at Supreme Lending today. We're back. It's crunch time, Woodward Sports. Again, we're talking Jalen Duren. Everyone that's leaving, you're missing out. Okay, we're giving updates. What's going on with Jalen Duren, the Jalen Duren saga. And you have the Lakers, who addressed center, needed a center. Celtics addressed center, needed a center. And the Kings are the Kings. So Jalen Duren.
Do you think the Kings are fully out?
No, they're not.
No.
The Kings are never out.
Yeah, they're right. They're never out of it.
They're never out of it.
Is there a sign and trade, though, with the Kings that you guys would want to do?
No, I think it's Sabonis. It has to be on the table.
I'm out.
I'm out on Sabonis now.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. Because it doesn't make sense now. Because you have John Collins now. Like, what are you going to do? Play John?
You can play them both.
You can play them
Absolutely,
both.
you can play
them
both.
In 2K, I would. Not in real life. I'm playing those two.
I think you could.
That's the worst defending front court.
Yeah, dude, that's awful. Boys.
Bro, his defense ain't that bad. Like, I get it.
Boys.
He's not all. His defense ain't that bad.
So,
and
KG,
he makes up for it with rebounding, bro. He's a 13-a-game rebounder.
Yeah, I don't
this
think
is where
it's the
Caleb.
worst.
I'm with you on this, boys. You're entering a front court into the playoffs. You have John Collins, who again, KG earlier said, ain't that bad. And then Sabonis, who ain't that bad defensively.
But once again, you got to give up
great.
something to get something. You're gaining more offense, which is
but
what this team
offense,
actually
you only have
needs.
one ball anyway. You get more offense, but you need guys that can fucking defend.
I understand.
That's the only issue.
There's worse.
I don't think John Collins and Sabonis is like the worst.
It's not, bro.
Okay,
in a
well,
JB Bickerstaff, in a JB Bickerstaff system, no, it's not.
I think you can get away with it. I think you can get away with it.
Boys,
I'm telling you, it's not as bad as you think. It's not. You can play both of them. You really could.
Boys.
I don't know. I don't know the validity of this. I just looked up Karl Anthony Towns. Like if we were saying if we played the Knicks in the playoffs. Karl Anthony Towns stats against Domantas Sabonis, he's averaging 25 and 10.
So now we scared. Now we scared of Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, I mean, he just won a championship.
When
so a little
Sabonis
bit.
is playing center, you should be scared of every single center you play.
How did Duran do versus Jared Allen and Evan Mobley?
Right, because I'm sure it's not good.
He was like the greatest ever. Like he was.
They're using the exaggeration.
Was Duran on an all NBA defensive team? Did he make a defensive
How
team
about this?
as a center?
No, but he's a better defender.
Yeah, who's a better defender, Duran
Not
or
by
Sabonis?
much, though.
Yeah, but
is
we're
my
not sitting here
point.
talking
That's a
about
low
like we're
bar.
getting rid of Duran, who's an all-defensive team.
It's
Like,
a low
he's
When's
bar.
the last time Sabonis dunked a ball? He's not athletic.
Oh my God!
Who cares?
He don't
What is
need
your
to be.
requirement?
He's gonna.
dunking?
So he's gonna be defending
Bro,
the rim.
he's
Your
almost
requirement
20
is
and
you gotta
13
You can't
without
defend the rim by
jumping.
standing still having the hands up. I mean, you need a guy who can
Hey,
block
when was
shots.
the last time Jalen Duran dunked the ball? He shot 20% in Game 1 versus the Cavs at dunking the ball.
And y'all really pimping Duran's
on,
defense
dude.
like it's just that. And I'm a Duran guy. I like Duran, but the defense is not all that, bro.
It's
I'm not
but there's
saying it's all
upside.
that.
There's upside.
You're looking at like
Prolific said Cade,
I'll-
Herter, Asar, Collins, and Sabonis is an upgraded lineup.
bro, guys.
Stop with the Herter start. He's not starting, y'all. I'm sick
Guys.
of Kevin Herter. I ain't gonna lie, but
Sabonis. I'm with if you had like Caleb.
Yes.
Since we're going against him, I'll throw this by you. Like,
Okay.
would you feel better if let's say John Collins didn't sign the deal, you got Sabonis, and like there was like maybe an option you could figure out maybe a different 4 or something like that?
I
would maybe feel a little better about it. I said yesterday I wouldn't mind it. I just think once you got John Collins now, I don't think that's on the table. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Well, personally, I was never a Sabonis guy, but at the same time, like if you didn't get Collins and this was the only move you had to make because Duran wanted to go to Sacramento and was prepared to sign this deal with Sacramento and you were going to have to sign a trade with them, it wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world. But now that we have John Collins, that's just a not good defending 4 and 5.
How about this? Let's live in. You guys want to live in a hypothetical world, real quick?
yeah.
I love to.
3-team trade.
Am I skinny in this hypothetical?
No, you're not.
Damn it.
3-team trade. We have the Detroit Pistons receiving Tyler Hero and Miles Turner. You have Jalen Duran getting sent to the Sacramento Kings, and you have the Sacramento Kings sending Sabonis to the Bucks. And maybe a couple first. Maybe and there's some first-round picks sprinkled within there. So maybe the Pistons have to give up some because they're giving Hero out, or they're getting Hero and Miles Turner. But if you're talking about, hey, there's one team left that's interested in Jalen Duran, and there's mutual interest, and Duran doesn't want to sign that $40 million deal or that deal that the Pistons are putting on the table, do you think you do that? And you say, hey, let's add Tyler Hero, Miles Turner, get rid of Duran, and we move forward?
Now, listen, I'd be on board with it, but if y'all sitting up here hating on Sabonis defense, like Miles Turner, though?
Miles Turner's a great.
But you're adding Tyler Hero, though. But you're adding Tyler Hero as well. You're adding Hero, which in a Sabonis trade, straight up, you're probably not adding another guard. That's going to be your number 2. So, for me, I would rather have Miles Turner and Tyler Hero and say, hey, let's do a 3-team trade. Let's make sense out of this. We'll give Duran to the Kings, and the Bucks can obviously either get Sabonis or a bunch of firsts so they can build their roster over the next few years. I think that's kind of a win-win-win. I think that'd be perfect. I know, again, people are like, Booner, you play video games, you put that hypothetical world. We're the GM, and that comes across your table. I think we would all take that.
We're getting back Hero and Turner.
Yes, and we're giving up Duran, and we probably have to add a couple first either to the Kings or the Bucks.
Do you?
I would think you would have to.
I don't think you do.
To get 2 players like that for one guy?
I think
because the Bucks are going to say, hey, what do we get in this? Because they're getting Duran. You guys are getting Turner and Hero. What do we get? Sabonis? Is just Sabonis?
Well, the thing is, you don't need 3 teams to facilitate a Hero trade at this point, I don't think.
Yeah, but the issue, you do need it because Duran's going to have to be involved because of the money side of things.
That's
the
only
Bucks,
if you include
the
Duran,
Bucks.
yeah.
But the thing is the Bucks aren't taking Duran.
No.
The only team that's available for them right now is the Kings. So it's like, hey, if you want Hero, hey, let's facilitate a 3-team trade.
I'm on board with it.
You see?
Because here's the thing with Miles Turner, like, and if you're not a big fan of him, KJ, I understand that.
No,
but
I'm not. I don't hate him.
But you know what? You can't. But maybe we can agree on this. Miles Turner, Sabonis. Sabonis is a better offensive player, no question.
Yes.
Okay. But defensively, Miles Turner, he's not guy's not Dikembe Mutombo.
No, he's not.
But he has been one of the better shot blocking bigs in the league who can shoot the 3 as well.
Yeah.
So you're at least having that. So like I feel better. I like that fit better than a Sabonis. if you want to, we don't even have to debate the Sabonis thing, but just talking about that trade you're suggesting, I'm on board with that.
I don't know.
If you have a lineup, again, we'll go through the lineup. Cade, Tyler Hero, Asar, John, and Miles. You have 4 guys that can shoot the 3 ball.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm with you.
Guys,
I'm with you.
this is the thing. I understand that's unrealistic, but at the end of the day, Trajan Langdon's still out there working right now. Yeah. And we all know he's not done. He needs that. He's looking to add someone to pair with Cade Cunningham, and that was one of their biggest things this offseason that they want to do. Who else is out there outside of like Tyler Hero that you could trade for or go get in free agency? That's probably like the biggest one right now. And that trade, the Giannis trade, doesn't go through till July 6th.
Right.
So you could also maybe do. Remember last year the Kevin Durant trade? It was originally I think 2 or 3 teams. By the time it finalized, it was a 7-team trade, and there was some big time players and big time people within that trade.
Yeah.
A lot of picks.
That was kind of like an unprecedented.
It was,
trade,
but when that stuff happens, then you start seeing it more and more in the
Yeah.
leagues. And I think that this year, the fact that this Giannis trade doesn't go through the July 6th, and they're already looking like they have stated, the Bucks, that they're looking for a trade destination for Tyler Hero. That probably could get intertwined with all of it, and you can just add more teams, and maybe Jalen Duren falls in there, maybe Tyler Hero falls in there, and he gets to the Pistons. But my guess is Tyler Hero or Trajan Langdon's still kind of cooking to get that number 2. Tyler Hero is probably the best choice.
Yeah,
I love that scenario, Booner. I do. Very creative of you, also. I like this alternate universe.
This is GM Booner?
Yes,
like
GM
working
Booner.
here.
Honestly, I said if I take over as GM in this town, I think I would win a championship within 5 years.
Okay, yeah, all right.
I would be uber aggressive. I would draft well the first 2 or 3 years, and then I would just get really aggressive instantly. Yeah. I would flip quick.
Headhunting RL. He says Colin Sexton, Benedict Mathurin. Shout out Benedict Mathurin.
I do like Benedict Mathurin.
Peyton Watson, Tyler Hero. We need to sign one of those 4 players.
Peyton Watson is a player. He's a really good perimeter defender, and we saw games where Jamal Murray and Jokic are out, and Peyton Watson had to be that number 1 scorer for Denver, and he looked pretty damn good. Yeah. I don't know what his price exactly is gonna be, and I think he might be a restricted free agent.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but
why does
that's
Denver
a good
just find these guys, man? They just find dudes.
They
man.
do.
They always do.
It's like OKC.
And he was picked 30. OKC, and then he went to Denver. But
Colin Sexton's a free agent now too.
And yeah, Colin Sexton's he's a free agent.
I mean, that wouldn't be the worst move in the world, but I'm not sold completely. But
if this was like 2 years ago, I'm pounding the table. Like there was I think it was last trade deadline, the one before last year. I wanted Colin Sexton so bad.
And we can't keep pimping defense. Like, they got Duncan Robinson right now. He's not like a defensive specialist by any means. Like, if they can provide enough offense, then I'm for it. And in that case, I guess Colin Sexton would be good, but I don't know.
Chili in the chat says Benedict Mathurin staying with the Clips. I feel like the Clips want him back. No, I mean
I think they got him back.
They did.
Yeah, you would think.
I could look it up.
Mathurin's good. I like Mathurin
because they made a trade for him. If you're trading for a piece like that, you're probably gonna, if you're a young player like that, if you're gonna use a piece that you have to go get a guy, you're probably planning on
the Pistons
keeping
to draft him.
How about this one, huh? Tim. 3-team trade. Oh, we got it.
Here we go. I love these.
Here's a 3-team trade battle with you, Boone. Ready? His response. During the Sacramento, Holland, Sasser, 2 second-round picks, and 1 first-round pick to Suns, Booker and Sabonis to the Pistons.
Oh, my God, bro. No way.
Guys got trade logic.
So you're telling me, Tim.
Nah, that's video game.
Hold on, Tim.
Game.
You're telling me 2 second rounds? A first round, Holland and Sasser. I get Booker and Sabonis.
So
I mean, what are we doing?
With that trade, you're bringing in. You're bringing in.
With
that trade, you're bringing in $100 million.
No, but basically, what I mean by that is Duren's going to Sacramento, but to the Suns, they would get basically
nothing.
Garbage and a couple picks. Not even a couple picks.
Devin
2
Booker.
second round picks and a first.
Devin Booker's like 4 first round picks and another star.
Yeah, Devin would go for multiple first round picks.
That's unreal. Listen, hey, I like doing trade scenarios. But there are other people that are like, Booner, you're playing a video game. I'm really not. I'm not going to give us a trade scenario that's just out of this world like that. I'm going to try and be as realistic as possible.
No, you actually cooked.
But you have to, the money has to line up. Players have to line up. And each team, you have to be like, hey, each team's getting an equal amount of what everyone's worth.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets to a scenario where it's like that. Like, Suns getting nothing.
And for the last
time. And you're taking on $500 million in contracts, like Caleb said.
For the last time. Can we stop with Booker, y'all? I don't care how much Detroit gear he wears. He's not coming here. He's not even. If they asked him what team you want to go to, I promise you the Pistons ain't in his list. I promise.
Man, I mean, we all can agree. Like, Booker's he's the pipe dream. I understand that.
And he's starting to decline, but don't nobody want to talk about that.
And also,
he's starting to decline a little bit.
The Suns don't want to get rid of him. That's all you got to think. Like Matt Ishbia, that's all they have is Devin Booker.
Yeah, and he has said, "I'm not moving on from him."
And he's Michigan State guy. Devin's from Michigan. Okay, so there's like he ain't trading that dude unless Devin forces his way out. But no, like Matt, I think Matt likes him. Loves him. There's no way. The owner of that team would never let him out. There's no way.
They'll crash and burn with him too.
For sure. Yeah, no, for sure.
Shout out the Suns.
By the way, I've seen a couple comments throwing out the Bradley Beal stuff. Hey.
No, fuck no. What are we doing?
He is a wash. Beyond wash.
I love it.
It was always going to be a wash for Bradley Beal.
Someone said sign Bradley Beal.
No.
He played 6 games last year.
And no again.
He's 33 years old. He hasn't played more than 50 games in 2 years.
Bro,
he averaged 8 points a game in 6 games last year.
He's fucking horrible.
Since he left Washington, he's been a wash, bro.
Yeah.
Horrible. El Terrible.
He was Bradley Beal for a minute in Washington. He was averaging like 30 a game.
He was the only option over there.
He was so
After
good,
John Wall left, it was his show.
Yeah. He was so. If I was him when he was at the Wizards, if I was him, I would have left in my prime and wouldn't want a championship in like LA or something.
I don't think he was ever really that good, though. I think his numbers weren't.
But when you're averaging 30 on your own, you go to every team.
Beal was a
he was the focal point.
No,
but why didn't it continue?
Because he dropped off. He's 33 years old. When he left.
Bro, he went to a team with more help and still
when he was 31. He was old.
31 is not that old.
He was
bro.
averaging.
If you in your prime in the NBA, you're still balling at 31.
He was averaging 25, 30, and 30, and then he started struggling a little bit. Went down to 23 a game before he even went to the Suns. So his career dropped off. In his prime, though, you can't tell me Bradley Beal's prime wasn't good.
No, it was.
It was just because he was on his own.
But I think it was a little inflated because of where he was, and he's playing in the fucking East, bro. You went out West and you didn't do a goddamn thing.
Bradley Beal
fell off a cliff.
Did he have an injury too? I think he had something.
He's always injured. That's a part of it too.
But that's injuries and age, man. He just fell off.
I mean,
but 31 is not that. We're not gonna pimp 31 like it's super old. It's not.
He had back-to-back 30-point seasons.
I understand that, but it's not that old.
Who in the NBA is going back-to-back 30-point year? I don't care what team you're on. That's impressive.
You'd be surprised, but
show me them back-to-back.
Yeah, I mean, the only one to do that.
I would love to be surprised.
What was it, James Harden? Maybe.
Yeah, I would love to be surprised. Back-to-back 30-point season.
The only one was James Harden.
Because that doesn't just grow off trees.
No, I hear you, but point being, we're good on Bradley Beal.
Oh no, well right now, yeah.
Yeah,
in his prime, no, I'm telling you, if he was on a good team in his prime,
you know what? Sign Bradley Beal. Sign John Wall. You can get John Wall too.
Right. Just bring the whole Wizards back. Yeah, bro.
Where's Gortat? Gortat?
The Gortat screen, yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. You need a center. There's your center, Boone. Marcin Gortat.
Bill's not that, man. He never really was.
What about Al-Farouq Aminu? Let's bring him to
right, Al-Farouq. Shout out
Al-Farouq, man. Hey.
He can play, man.
You can play.
On 2K.
Stretch floor at 2K, fuck
man.
yeah.
I mean, that is...
I'm just sitting here hoping there's just more Pistons news that just keeps coming out.
Yeah, I mean...
That's all.
This, again, we're the Jalen Duren stuff. So far, to kind of recap what he's done in free agency so far, you got to look at his options, which we've talked about. Like, he was interested in the Boston Celtics. The Celtics moved on, got Mitchell Robinson for, $15 million a year. He was having a second meeting with the Los Angeles Lakers, and they said, hey, Walker Kessler, get your ass over here. That's over. He's interested in joining the Sacramento Kings. That's still on the table. And the Pistons have already said that they're intending to probably match any offer he gets.
Ooh, hold on. Because I just saw the Underdog NBA put a tweet out last night.
Until Walker Kessler probably signed out.
It said it was bullet points. It was like offseason intel from the Stein line and these guys. All these scenarios, right? There's a bunch of different ones. The very first one, you know what it said? This is last night at 2 a.m. The Jazz are determined to match any offer sheet for Walker Kessler.
But he just got traded, though.
Exactly. So people, hey, there's reports that the Pistons are willing to offer
I get what you're saying.
Any offer sheet for Jalen Duren. That doesn't, just because it's reported doesn't mean that Trajan's holding his ground.
Yeah.
And just because it was reported last night at 2 a.m. that the Jazz were looking to do the same for Walker.
Also, it
could change quick.
We just got another signing too. I can never say this dude's name. It's the dude from Toronto. He was rumored a little bit with the Pistons, but the Lakers are signing forward Sandro Mama Kalevich, or I don't know how to say that last name, to a 4-year, $52 million deal. That means Rui Hachimura is available, and Rui Hachimura has been a player that's been rumored to come to the Pistons. That's basically
would you still
that's
be in
basically
on,
their,
if Duran's back, you're probably out on Rui.
Probably, but
I mean, he can come off the bench, but yeah.
I actually don't mind Rui.
Rui not bad. It's just
that's the Lakers' Rui replacement. So Rui is going to be on a different team next year, and is it the Pistons? I don't know.
I don't mind Rui. I don't. I know people like it seems like that has been like I've seen some people talking about that like
the consistency.
He's such a streaky shooter.
He is a streaky shooter, but again,
and not a great defender.
But I look at it. No, he's not. I'll give you KG. I'll break bread with you on that. But what I will say is, what role will he be on this team? He's not starting. If he's coming off the bench, like he's a 39% career three-point shooter, 44% last year. He is streaky, but I mean, how much is Rui going to command? I mean,
not a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess bench
it wouldn't
piece.
Be the worst
I don't know for him though. Like, does he want to be a bench piece?
Oh, he has no choice.
Probably at this. I would be curious.
Could he go to a bad team and be a starter?
He only started like last year. He played 68 games and he was injured. He only started in 41. He was coming back, but probably at this point in his career, like to KG's, I don't know if he's like a.
I'd be interested to see. I'm interested in that Rui stuff.
He might be able if he comes to the Pistons and he's like a good like 6th, 7th man for you and he's pretty good. I mean pretty solid.
Bro, he'll be your Simone Fontecchio.
Don't even say that name, KG.
I know, but that's what essentially his role will be. Like,
God, he was a free agent, or is a free agent, I think, right now. Maybe.
I'll pass.
You know what I like about Rui too? Someone just said in the chat. Also, like he's played in 41 postseason games. His 3-point percentage in the postseason 51% for his career.
Not bad. No, I mean he's solid.
Am I crazy?
50? No, Caleb. I don't think you're hearing me.
Hey,
we'll 41
games.
50, and by the way, 30 minutes averaged. 51%.
There's no way.
Am I crazy? Was it him or Kennard that had like a 35-point game in the postseason?
Last season.
I think Kennard. I think they both might have actually.
Dude, he had 6 attempts last season. He's in his career in the playoffs. 3.8 attempts for his career. 51, almost 52%.
He had a game in the postseason versus the Thunder. This last one, 25 points, 9 for 15. 4 for 8 from 3.
I mean, bro, you guys, Rui can come here.
Game before that,
can come here.
Game before that, 21 points, 7 for 14, 5 for 8 from 3. The game before that, 4 for 7 from 3. He shot literally 55% this year in the playoffs for the versus the Thunder. Versus the Thunder, and that was 7 attempts per game,
bro,
in that series.
People should be fired up.
Lakers
as a whole, by the way, as a whole in the playoffs this postseason. 2 series, right? 6-game series and a 4-game series. So 10 games, he shot 57% from 3. And he shot 58 threes. And he shot 57%.
Bro, the Lakers just made another move. Real quick, I know we got to go to break. We can talk about it after break.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that because we got to. Because someone just asked.
They was waiting for Brian.
Aaron just said, "I assume these guys talked about Kessler traded to LA already."
We've been talking all about it.
We'll talk about it, but first, should we double up here?
Might as well.
We don't need.
Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We got Planet Fitness and Thrive. Let me tell you. By the way, come back from break. More free agency updates. Planet Fitness, let me tell you about that. Planet Fitness is for everybody. 2,700 clubs nationwide, 50 in Metro Detroit. I go to the one over here in Royal Oak. I also can hit the one in Chesterfield. I can hit the one in Troy. It doesn't matter. Anywhere you're at, you can hit a Planet Fitness. Get that black card, $24.99. You can bring a free guest. You get access to the extra amenities. Planet Fitness, we're all strong on this planet.
And let me tell you guys about Thrive energy pouches. It's not your daddy's dip. It's a tobacco-free, nicotine-free mental powerhouse. It has 300 milligrams of clean and smart caffeine, including alpha GPC and L-theanine. You can see it on the screen there. You can find it at dipstop.com. You can use our promo code WSN for 15% off your entire order, or you can find them at all Market Fresh or Market Square locations. Guys, I use Thrive. When I get tired, I throw Thrive in. I'm living. It gets me going. So make sure you guys go check it out and go get some Thrive. Clean energy, zero distractions. They just effing work.
Neil Rule and Sean Belizian wake you up every Monday through Friday on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. That's right, Big D Energy has moved to mornings. Get your morning dose of Neil's tone and Sean's insanity. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. 2 Detroit sports legends coming together for the best Detroit sports morning show there is. Big D Energy, waking you up weekdays on Detroit's #1 sports network.
Thrive Energy Pouches give me the energy and clarity to find and beat the shit out of every opportunity that shows its face.
Live and direct, I'm back on set action. Create the wave, we cannonball splash 'em. Mic cord swinging, get your head chopped. Point blank, dead stop. 16 bars in a headlock.
Thrive Energy Pouches are for the people who actually want to win, not for the crybabies out there who are happy with a participation award. There's zero sugar, so give Thrive a try.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
All right, let me tell you guys about one of the greatest places on this planet to go eat and drink beer. That's Art and Jake's, man. Summer nights, cold drinks. And last night we were there for some Tigers baseball in Sterling Heights. We did the Tigers watch party out of their Sterling Heights location. It was incredible. They have over 80 wall-to-wall TVs, 22 draft beers on taps, 90-plus menu items. You see it on the screen there. You can join the AJ's fan club as well. It's an incredible spot. Make sure you go check them out. And as well, you can grab a Founders there. It's a double whammy for us. Go get a Founders, go to Art and Jake's, have a good meal. Make sure you check them out. It's Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
And shout out Mad Packs, the maddest of packs, and they got the gummies in, man. The Boom Shakalaka 200 milligram hash rosin gummies and the Hilo 200 milligram live resin gummies alongside the new Mad Packs extracts. That's the concentrates, the Blizzard packs, that's that Moon Rock, and they got everything else you need, flour, pre-rolls, whatever, man. So learn more at getmadpacks.com. Mad flavor, mad high, Mad Packs.
We're back. It's crunch time here on Woodward Sports. You said we had Kool-Aid on the line?
Yes, sir.
Shout out.
We'll go to Kool-Aid. We'll talk to him, and then after we'll talk some more free agency.
You want to throw out those real quick breaking news for the Lakers, though? Quentin Grimes to the Los Angeles Lakers, followed by Caleb's guy, Colin Sexton.
That's insane.
So the Lakers just, in within 30 minutes, they added Walker Kessler, Colin Sexton, and Quentin Grimes to their roster.
They're making moves, man.
LeBron said, I'm out. And they said, all right, we'll take your money. We'll go get some dudes.
Yeah.
The Pistons got some dudes. We're going to recap it with Woodward Sports Detroit Pistons beat writer Kool-Aid, our guy, and he's remote right now. I mean, my goodness.
Look at this guy.
What up, though?
Shout out my dog.
I mean, Woodward boots on the ground, man.
Let's go. Cool. And by the way,
Ritz-Carlton over here. We got JW Marriott over here. We got the Ritz-Carlton golf course back over here. It's dope, man. Down here for OBL League.
At the Ritz-Carlton.
Legacy and Woodward, man. Let's rock.
Well, we want to start off.
He's the founder.
We appreciate you joining. You're doing some great things. Shout out Legacy as well. You guys are crushing. I do want to ask you, though, Brandon, the John Collins deal, you've been clamoring for it. Pistons fans have been clamoring for it. Walk us through the deal. It's $17 million. I called you on the way in here. We were talking about it a little bit, too. Just your thoughts on the deal and the fit there with John Collins.
Well, look, we've talked about John Collins, Jeff. I think we got to go back to our Detroit News Rod Beer days where we were saying this would be a perfect fit. We knew that the Pistons as an organization have liked what he could be in this. Make it work. This is after a couple Atlanta, and, Utah, and then the Clippers. But you look at the deal being $17 million a year, just a couple more million than what Stewart was getting. But I believe you're getting that much more of a player, a guy that slides right into your starting lineup, a guy that shoots over 60% from the floor, a guy who shot over 40% on 3.5 attempts average over the last 2 seasons. And a guy who, he doesn't have to have the ball. He's not out there screaming and crying for the ball to have this type of an impact, type of effect for the Detroit Pistons. So for me, I do believe that Trajan Cook, especially when you look at what they did financially, only about a year of this, last 2 years, the Pistons want to avoid it. So it's a way around for the Pistons, and I think it does make them better than they were yesterday.
Hey, Kool-Aid, I want to ask you, now that the John Collins move has been created and they made that move, where do you see kind of the next steps for this roster? Let's say Duren, or is there still, we keep talking about the Tyler Hero, is there still flexibility and room for them to be able to keep making that next move? We brought up the point where we felt like the number one thing this offseason was they need to get that number 2 scorer with Cade Cunningham. Feels like they haven't done that yet. Do you think there's still options on the table for them to make that move?
I believe there are, but like Trajan said, those players have to be the ones that come here as well. I know that there was interest in John Collins, but he wasn't necessarily the first option. And so, they're going to find themselves in this situation where the Detroit tax, there's some people who see others. Like you heard what Kawhi Leonard said. we know that the Pistons have interest, but he's like, I'm not signing there. I'm not going to sign there. Even though they could have traded for him, it wasn't something that was going to work in tandem with what the Pistons have continued to show. As it relates to where they go from here, I need to get more size, but I do believe that right now they need wing players that can do a little bit more than just the facilitation. Last year, we got pummeled as it relates to physicality in the playoffs, which was our calling card all regular season. They got to go out there and get some gritty guys that can kind of reach your losing, which are Isaiah Stewart, which you might lose if you're giving up a guy like a Ron Holland that's about. But with the Pistons right now, they're positioned so well because Duncan Robinson's deal, it's not as guaranteed. They can void that if they want. And there's a couple other players like Sasser and others who, if they trade or relinquish this salary, the Pistons are sitting pretty nicely in terms of going out there and being able to strike for number 2. If they don't get that number 2, then at least being with more of this depth with actual NBA players.
Yeah, I think the Tyler Hero thing is what we talked about, Brandon, because, he's still out there. He's on an island in Milwaukee. And, they're probably going to try and get rid of him. And that's someone that I think at this point, Jalen Duren's explored different options. And I do kind of want to get to that because, the Celtics signed a center. Yeah. The Lakers got a center. Sacramento is Sacramento, okay? They're desperate.
Sacramento.
Yeah, they're desperate, so they're probably still in this thing. But with Jalen Duren's market kind of shrinking a little bit, do you think that puts the ball more in the Pistons' court? Because my argument was, and we were talking about this yesterday, is the Pistons have the leverage because they're playing the negotiation game, Brandon, and it seems like it's going in Trajan's favor the minute Walker Kessler gets 32.5.
100%. You can almost see like a domino effect, and teams that on Duren now moving forward with their deals. I believe the ball was always in the Detroit Pistons, and I was telling the people this on Woodward Pistons, on some of the appearances on Woodward Sports as well. When they entered this season, Trajan Langdon and Cole knew we have full control. They knew, even if it's an overpay, we're willing to match. If we have to match to be able to endure. And here, like is this throughout this, whether you agree with it or not, Trajan Langdon and Cole have proven they have control over at least what they want to do. They haven't even allowed rumors to exist beyond a day. As soon as we put some up on socials, and all of a sudden there's certain texts, we get, and then there's certain news that they release. And it's been quick. Each time we want Jalen Duren, just like we reported at the beginning of free agency, and just like we talked about to start this year. When you walked into this year knowing that you didn't lock something in with Jalen Duren, then you knew that they were willing to match up to that $44 million a year. So, they're in a good position, in my opinion, to still be in the driver's seat with Jalen Duren, especially now that some of these other teams are taking themselves out of the race. I think they might see a little bit of writing on the wall with Jalen Duren.
Kool-Aid, shout out to my dog, man. I can't lie. I think it's hotter here than it is over where you at, man. And you got palm trees by you, man. But, we've talked about John Collins for years now, dating back to Woo and things like that. So, I'm super excited about this move. But two people that, Pistons fans may be wondering about is Tobias Harris and Duncan Robinson. And we've heard a lot of things around Duncan. There's rumors that the Pistons will cut ties with him, or possibly he might be a trade asset. And as far as Tobias goes with the John Collins move today, he could be somebody that, we don't end up bringing back. But he also is somebody that, if he's willing to take a lower price, we could bring him back as a bench piece. What do you feel about the status of those two guys right now?
I told you guys right after the playoffs, he played himself into a little bit more money. I want him back here, but the position has passed him by. If the Pistons are going to improve, not that he can't be on the team, but like you said, KG, and I know the crunch-time crew knows you have to upgrade that spot. But to be able to have him on the squad, to him be able to play in spurts more, rather than having to put all the number 2 type responsibilities on him, I think that actually plays well for everybody. If he really loves Detroit the way he says, and if he really, I believe wants to win a championship with the way Trajan Langdon is going, bro, this is a place where you're going to have to think, am I going after my last big contract, or am I going to be in a place that I know will love me forever? Because these other cities, they haven't treated Tobias like we have. But what the Pistons do, they gave themselves the ultimate flexibility. Like I said, with the Duren case, the ball's in their control. The ball's in the Pistons' court. And with Duncan Robinson, they gave him a fabulous deal that made people early on street like $50 million, $45 million to him. Well, no, only really 1 1/3 of his years were guaranteed on that 3-year deal. So the ball is in their court. They have the ability to say, you know what, if we want to bring you back, we got y'all. But if there's something better out there, like, the meme of my man looking back at the girl, the Pistons get to do that right now. And I believe that they're in a position to say, you know what, Duncan, Tobias, thank you, but KD wants to come to town. Like they're in that position to do that. They can open up still anywhere from like $20 to $30 million more in cap space, just depending on who they decide to relinquish. So Trajan Langdon and Mike Blackstone, they have absolutely been cooking from a cap perspective arriving in Detroit.
Hey, Kool-Aid, I want to ask you. I asked you this last time you were here last week, and I kind of presented it to, hey, Kool-Aid, if you were the GM, if you were Trajan Langdon, what would be your moves? What right now the rest of free agency looking like, the way it's played out? What would you do? Is there a player that you're like going forward? I want this guy. How would you approach the rest of free agency post John Collins now?
I had my eye a little bit on I know we have Obuko Corey, but I did have my eye a little bit on Colin Sexton, but I know he is going to LA. And honestly, I wanted John Collins here so bad. I was hearing things as well that I'm like, you know what, I got to get drawing board now, see what's happening next. Pistons, they find themselves in a position now where if they're not going out there to do like a sign and trade to facilitate something, I don't know what else is out there to attack. Now, I like a guy like a Rehad Shamari if you're not bringing back a guy like a Tobias Harris. Because I want to get the wins. We can kind of defend the 2 through the 4, and that those guys don't give anything rebounding-wise as well as facilitation. I love Ron Holland. But in terms of what we were asking him to do in the playoffs, I love Tobias Harris. What we're asking old man Unc to do in the playoffs, Ron Holland is not built for guard 3s and 4s. And when you're asking them to also get down into the paint and rebound, this is what one of our strengths were. Your top rebounding team, we got punked in the playoffs in that regard. So for me, I am looking at a marginal deal like a Rui Hachimari as it relates to a big. And if I'm looking at anybody else as it relates to like a guard, I might take a flyer on a player like a DeMar DeRozan if he's willing to come off the bench. And I believe that you're giving the Pistons a really NBA pedigree and players who don't have to play above the usage or above their level. You need them the most. Like how CJ McCollum was able to give a little boost at Atlanta in the playoffs. That's what I'm looking for, like if you brought in DeRozan and tomorrow.
Well, we appreciate you, Brandon. You keep up the great work, my friend. You guys can follow Detroit Kool-Aid at Detroit Kool-Aid. And, of course, you are in Florida. Enjoy the heat. We are in 90-degree weather in the studio. We appreciate you, my friend. Keep up the great work. We'll talk to you soon.
See you, Kool-Aid.
There you go. Our guy, he's battling out there, but we appreciate him joining us. He didn't have to do that. By the way, I did want to get to the super chat that I did see we got donated by DBK. Thank you for the $2. She said he meant to send a message for that. He says, damn, I meant to say it's 140 degrees where I'm working right now, literally dying. Well, you're better man than I am. Yeah. So shout out to you for that. We got another super chat. Michigan Michigan. I can't read the rest of the name, but we'll just say Michigan. Thank you for the $2. If we don't get a second score with Cade, we are cooked.
Yeah.
Is that you, Caleb, on a burner?
Yes, that's me.
You donated $2. You could have said that here. That's
no. I need to jump the line.
They do need scoring. We can agree. Yeah. Okay. They need someone who could score the basketball.
Do we do Shad's the agent one, Duran's agent?
No. What happened?
He just said he donated going back more. I mean, I think we have a lot of super chats we might not have gotten into, to be honest.
You could rip them if you see them.
I guess the Michael Weary, this was the first one. I think he's making moves. He said, I thought Trajan was not making moves. Was I lied to?
You might have been lied to.
You might have been lied to because he was always making moves.
Yeah.
Always. $2. Papa Chew said Paul Reed is a capable starter. I think this was earlier in the show.
He's better off the bench.
He's a bench guy.
Yeah.
Papa
Chew, come on.
$10 said it might be uncomfortable, but Trajan walked this tightrope thus far with the Duran contract, looking like he will be the winner in this. We say this is what we want. Make uncomfortable moves.
It's fact.
Yeah, I think this is. Listen, it was tough, and we had all these arguments about Duran, and like I told Neil in the back, like, hey, it's not that I just want Duran to walk away. It's the price that his camp wanted. Like, we know that other teams were going to go out there and offer 177. I'm uncomfortable giving him that price. Yeah. And I think he's worth more of that $37 to $40 million range. And you just saw it with Walker Kessler, a good starting center in this league, gets 32.5. At that point, it's like, hey, Duran, you're all NBA third team. You're probably sitting there at a $40 million range, and I'm fine with doing that. But that was the thing where Neil couldn't understand. Like, hey, if it's at that price, I'm fine with that. It's once you get over that. Joe Hearing, member for 9 months. KG, the look is tough.
I appreciate it. it's not the look I wanted, but I appreciate it, though.
It's the look you had to do, though.
I guess,
in
man.
this heat.
Shout out, man.
Shot also gave $5. Says Duran's agent is Florida State's attorney levels of incompetent.
Well, he's
Who
an
wants
NFL
me?
guy.
Y or N? 0% N or Y 100% N.
Yeah, do y'all think Duran's agent being an NFL guy affects, like, kind of how the negotiations
He is an NFL guy?
Yeah, that's been the big thing.
That might be, the problem. Because I think the NFL is a little bit more aggressive. Like, let's put it out to the media. It was like the conversation we had yesterday. Like, let's go about it this way. To where in reality, you could sit there and be like, do it behind closed doors. Like, we know what teams are going to offer you, and that kind of screws you a little bit when this hits the fan. Love is real. 214 $2 said I would rather have Levine and Raynaud from Sacramento.
Levine,
he's a good rookie
money.
too. He's second round pick though, by the way.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Pinochet's $5. 666 baseball from now on. You like Satan, don't you?
Shout out.
And then DBK just gave $2 and nothing. So shout out.
And we caught up there. We did not get the Shakur though. Shakur, appreciate the 2. He says, let's fire Trajan Langdon if we don't get a co-star. Guys,
let's not go that far.
He still has a better team than he had last year.
Shakur.
Yeah. If the offseason ended today, I think he gets A. Like, even though they didn't get the score, and trust me, I've been banging that door down all season last season, but the fact that he did what he did, this is an improved team already without the second co-star. So I think he would get A at this point.
De Purple Puma, member for 5 months. He says Kelly Oubre Jr. could add positive production here.
I'm out on
He's
Kelly.
handsome. He's handsome.
He's handsome.
All right.
He's handsome. Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
It's the aura thing, man. That's what it is. Craig says, guys, you're delusional. JC was averaging 20 with the Hawks years ago and 3 teams ago. He's mid, but you need a second star to go with Cade. Okay.
We're not saying he the end all be all, bro.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're not like this is your number 2. It's not your number 2.
Yeah,
and again, by the way, you're paying him for what he's done last year.
Yeah.
He's 17 a year.
Yeah.
It's not like you're paying him 25. Like Tobias was getting paid, what, 24s or something?
And we're not asking him to come be the 20-point-a-game guy. Just be a capable floor spacer.
And he's going to be able to do more than Tobias did, and you got him at, what, $5-6 million even less?
Yes.
So it's like, listen, if you're going to – no one's acting like anything.
You know who
contract-wise, it lines up.
You know, I'll give you some guys making around what John Collins is making, okay? Keldon Johnson, Bogdan Bogdanovic, 17 per year. Patrick Williams, 18 per year. Dort, $17.7 million per year, team option. Dort's pretty good.
Yeah, he's making that. I didn't know he was making that. But.
Yeah, but you're kind of in that ballpark with like $17 million. It's like, guys, you think John Collins, who's a 41% three-point shooter, 50+% from the field.
Yeah.
Lob threat, you know, he's got a pretty well-rounded offensive game.
Capable scorer, yeah.
Yeah, he's not, again, is he going to be a 20-point scorer? No. But I think he can get 15, 16. Best year, probably 17 points for you. I do. I think I don't think, especially in this offense with how they're going to utilize him.
Thank you.
With Cade, they're
having Cade that changes a lot of things.
Cade's going to love him. Dude.
Yeah.
Free agency frenzy. DeAnthony Melton, 2-year deal, $11 million to the Warriors.
Shout out DeAnthony Melton. Still in the league.
He's still
man.
kicking it. I think he was on the Warriors last year, so I think
he just won't go away.
He just won't, man.
What did he average last year?
Shout out Milt.
Marvin Morrison says, "Is that Andre 3000 in the booth?"
No, no, it is not. It is not. I wish I was 3 stacks.
By the way, DeAnthony Melton averaged 12 points a game last year. 12, 3, and 2.
Okay.
On 23 minutes.
Okay.
So he kind of was hooping for the Warriors last year.
Shout out, man.
He had that really good year with the Sixers.
DBK said Duran needs to be investigated for gambling with the way he played in the postseason.
Oh, my God. I'm not going that far yet.
Speaking of that real quick, I know that free agent frenzy. Guys, some of those Malik Beasley videos are so bad.
It's so
Is he hanging out with AB?
Yes, it's
bad.
so. Yeah, he was on the stream with AB. Yes.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's normally the beginning.
I read the whole kind of like thing that they put out there. I went and downloaded the whole government thing that they got it.
They got it.
Oh, it's over.
It's over.
They had text messages. I don't want to say allegedly just to be safe, but like.
But to Kalo's point, if you look at the low light video of him, like during that phase, oh my God, some of the misses are just like egregious, bro.
He had a video
he kept betting
too.
his rebounds, and dude, when he would bet his over rebounds, he would be boxing out Giannis.
Yeah, like
for rebounds,
as hard as
his
he
own
could.
teammate.
Dude, there was one where
it's nasty.
There's a transcript of them texting, and he got a rebound with 2 seconds left, and then he told them to bet over 3.5 rebounds.
Yeah,
and he was at 3, and with 2 seconds left, no one on the court was doing anything.
And
there's a video of Malik Beasley just sprinting to the rebound. He grabs it. and you can see he like bends over, and there was like a big sigh. And in the group chat, they were like, "Did you guys see Malik Beasley's sigh after getting that rebound?"
I think it said we were like 1 second away from losing thousands.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then he was like, and Beasley even knew it. He had a massive sigh at the end when he got that rebound.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
like, dude.
They got him on video, bro. 2 years worth of video.
Like, now that you see, like, all these out, like, Rozier, I think they showed some of the games. Dude, like, Rozier would have, like, 9 points in the first 3 minutes of the game and then, like, fake an ankle injury.
Yeah, it's just so
It's
funny,
so
bro.
fucking whack, dude. It's so stupid.
Hey, North End in the chat says, don't count us out on Draymond Green.
I'm not. Hey, man, anything's possible.
Can I officially count us out on Draymond Green? Can I do that right now?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, now you can't officially do it.
Now, hold on. Off the bench.
Officially is a different word.
He can be your beef stew replacement, not
Yes.
in terms of skill, but in terms of the heart and soul of the team. You need a guy that's gonna go out there and get a tech for you in any situation.
Yeah, I believe
like,
Draymond.
he would be
with beef stew.
Like, come on, bro.
I
We need
believe
somebody that's
Draymond
gonna
Green-
choke stars in the playoffs.
I believe Draymond Green said he would be willing to come off the bench for the right spot, like the right team.
Well, if
Bring
they,
him
get, if
home.
they get LeBron, like,
Yeah,
he's
that's
not
the
going
right
anywhere.
team
And
right
also,
there.
him and Ron Holland would probably fight each other.
No, they
So-
wouldn't.
Yeah,
Draymond
Ron is
and
about
Ryan.
that.
Sag nasty, stand up, bro. Bring him home, man. Bring him home.
Yeah, that I think he's gonna stay in Golden State. I think LeBron's probably gonna end up there, and there's a reason he opted out to take less money. You know, it's all you can see it happening. Craig says both things are true, guys. The trade did improve your team, but if you don't get a bona fide second star, it won't matter. Can't wait to hear the comments this time next year about John Collins.
Yeah, well, I think
It's gonna be
it's a realistic side of this to where you did improve, but if you want to be a championship contender, you do have to make another move.
Yeah.
Like again, I'm on Caleb's side of if they don't make a move by the end of the offseason, I'm not going to sit here and say they're going to contend for a championship. Like they'd be in a conversation of going to the conference finals.
Yeah, you might be
maybe
one
getting
round
to the
better,
finals.
yeah.
But I just can't sit here and say, hey, this team currently constructed right now could beat the Spurs or could maybe even beat the Knicks or could beat the Thunder. Like right now, I don't think they can. So you do have to get another move. If you're serious about winning a championship, you have to make one more move, and it has to be a bigger one.
Yeah, this is not an NBA Finals contending roster right now. It's not. You just don't have that secondary score that you need. That's it.
Just
Yeah,
face.
I mean,
No, I'm just messing with you, Caleb. No, I would agree with that. You do need a second. You need a secondary score. Like as much even Durant comes back, right? You pay him whatever $38 to $40 million, which I think is the market right now. Like in a best case scenario, Durant's your third leading scorer.
Right.
You know, that's best case.
And you got to look at how is Trajan viewing this. Is he viewing this as I need to do this right now all in one offseason? Or is he looking at, okay, you know, I made some marginal moves. Now, if I can't get the second scorer that I want, I might wait it out another year and wait another offseason and then try to attack it then. So I don't know how he's looking at it, but he is being aggressive so far. So that leads me to believe that he would try to make a move this year if it's the right player, though. He ain't just going to move on anybody.
Yeah.
So
he's going to be patient. But
yeah.
John Lord says Juicy Jeff wants Killian Hayes back. Okay.
He's got his jersey. He said he'll bring it in as soon as he signs. He is confirmed also a free agent.
He's
just
another
became
ball
a free
handler.
agent.
Let's go to break.
Free
We come
agent for
back. We'll
China.
talk more about it. But first, we got to hear about our friends from what are we at? Gold Crown.
Gold Crown. KG here for more weed. Yeah, but let me tell you about Gold Crown. And listen, man, I absolutely love the Royal Jesters from Gold Crown. I've smoked them myself, gotten me plenty high. And for the price, man, you can't go wrong. It's 1.5 grams each, and they are quad infused, which means Keef coated, live resin infused, THCA diamonds, and terpenes, all packed into one big, beautiful, luxurious piece of marijuana material, man. But Michigan made, top tier, no shortcuts. Next time you hit the dispo, don't think, just ask for the Royal Jesters, because if you're gonna smoke, you should smoke like royalty.
For more Detroit Tigers coverage, make sure you subscribe to Woodward Tigers on YouTube. All Tigers, all the time. For the hardcore Detroit sports fans who can't get enough of the Motor City's teams. All season long, you'll get non-stop Tigers content from on-field interviews, post-game reactions, and roundtable insight from Woodward Sports.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
All right, let me tell you guys about Founders and All Day IPA. They have right now, it is their 15th year anniversary this year. That's a long time to get going there. So the Founders Brewing legendary All Day IPA. It's citrusy, crisp, refreshing with a perfectly balanced taste with 4.7 ABV. It's built to go the entire distance, whether it's a baseball game, football game. If you're going out golfing, you can do all of that. It's built to last the entire distance. And you can also, right now, you can go to Art and Jake's, any location in Michigan, on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and you can get a short all-day IPA for $5. That's a steal, guys. $5 shorts on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays at any Michigan Art and Jake's locations. And as well with that, please always just drink responsibly.
We're back. It's Crunch Time, Woodward Sports. We're live weekdays, 11 to 1. I'm going to the chat here because comments are flying in. Aaron says, FFS, if I hear Sabonis' name one more time, he sucks, has a horrible contract. Anyone who mentions Sabonis is an automatic non-ball knower.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, like, let's
I agree with part of that.
Aaron might be cooking. He might be cooking.
We're not going to
Finally, someone said it.
Jeff 2 days ago wanted Sabonis when we were on the golf course.
Yeah,
you can't say he's
bro.
cooked.
No,
Like,
what I said
in
about
on him.
I commented on the show yesterday. You asked me. I said, yeah, sure.
And
Like,
people act like Sabonis
open
wasn't
to
a
it.
top 10
Yeah,
big man
I mean,
in
what
this
are we
fucking
doing
league.
here?
Like, what are we doing,
I'm not.
y'all?
I'll tell you what. I'm
Guy
not.
averages
He's a
almost
top
14
10 big
rebounds
man
a
in this
game.
league.
What are we doing?
I would say yes to Sabonis. It wouldn't be a massive needle mover in my opinion.
But it's if you're looking at it,
offensively,
he's fine. He's bad defensively. I've already said all this though. You know what I mean? I mean, you are what you're getting with Sabonis is an offensive player. Period. That's it.
We're not going to
Shiv
treat
said
him like
I'd rather
he a
have
scrub,
Keegan
though.
Murray.
All right, yeah, all right, bro.
I mean,
Talk about non-ball knowing.
I mean, if you're getting Keegan Murray at that point, you got to add something else.
What
to
has
it.
Keegan Murray done?
He's bad.
Yeah,
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. You got to give us like
he's a top 5 pick. He's what, 13 a game?
If you're doing that,
like,
give us like a Zach LaVine and
Yeah,
DeMar
come on,
DeRozan.
dog.
You got to
Like,
add something on that. You
Keegan
don't just
Murray.
get Jalen
You
Duren and
fucking kidding
Keegan
me?
Murray trade.
Y'all gonna stop playing Sabonis like he a scrub. He's not a scrub.
Dad with Tourette's says Sabonis plays zero defense. He has zero outside game. Has zero athleticism. He is not good for K.
Once again, we ain't saying he a perfect big man, but he's not. He's far from a scrub. Far from a scrub.
He's not a scrub. I won't go that far. He's
Oh, here! Wow, this is kind of breaking news. Contrary to speculation, Chris Haynes says the Detroit Pistons will not be waiving marksman Duncan Robinson.
Didn't they just say that like a couple days ago that he was going to be waived?
They said up to this morning.
Yeah.
There's been reports around the league that he was getting waived this morning.
Maybe they can't find the 2 that they want. So
Hey, let's talk about the shooting though. I mean,
I think-
with him on the roster as of right now.
yeah,
Duncan, Isaiah Joe, Kevin Herter, if he gives you anything, those are 3 guys.
Any fucking way.
But point being, those guys are all good 3-point shooters.
Yeah.
And John Collins, another 40% 3-point shooter. Like they address shooting all right.
Yeah.
I think
sure.
KG. I don't know if you wanted to elaborate on that. I think you're right that they didn't find the 2 they wanted. That's why
Yeah,
they're keeping.
and that kind of leads me to believe if you're going to keep Duncan, you might be out on Tyler Hero at that point too. I think that you need to go get a more capable scorer than Duncan, but I mean you could do a lot worse than Duncan, especially the way he shoots the 3, his off-ball movement. I think if you were to bring him back and he's your starter, that's still pretty solid. Although I want more, but I'm just saying it's pretty solid.
I was thinking about this on the drive in, and I think this is honestly, I think, and it kind of the John Collins thing kind of confirmed it a little bit. I think the Pistons had a handful of guys in mind that they wanted to go after, maybe like 6, 7, 8 guys. I think John Collins was like low on that list. And I think that the Pistons and Trajan Langdon took shots at a lot of these different players. Tyler Hero. I mean, you could just go down the line.
Yeah.
Norman Powell, like just keep going. I think they had these players in mind. And Kool-Aid actually said something there in that conversation there where he said, Trajan mentioned the player has to also want to do it. And in my mind, I think that they tried to take massive swings. Kawhi Leonard being one that was reported.
Yeah, they were in on
and
that.
I don't think players wanted to do it. So I think the Detroit Pistons and Trajan had a whole different offseason plan that they wanted to approach, and they swung and missed on all of them. And I know that, again, that's not a bad thing. I don't want people to think that, oh, Booner, they swung and missed on this offseason. I'm not saying that fully, but I'm saying with the plan that they had, I think they in their mind, they swung and missed, and they had to pivot to John Collins. They had to pivot now to making sure this Duren thing can get done. Like, I think this was not the offseason fully. I think that Trajan Langdon was like, this is like a perfect offseason. I think this was the opposite. I think he wanted to go about it a different way. I think he wanted a big star like Kawhi. I do. And I think he tried to make it, and Kawhi was like, I'm not signing long-term there. And they had to pivot.
For some – go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
No, I was just going to bring up the chat because Shawshank thinks we made up the Duncan Robinson rumors of him possibly getting a release.
No.
Can you just elaborate on your source for this gentleman?
Well, Chris Haynes is the one that tweeted it out. Who Chris Haynes.
NBA guy, right?
Senior NBA insider for NBA on Prime, the association on NBA TV. Chris Haynes is one of the most reliable sources in the NBA.
Yeah, but even his point, though, we made it. No.
We didn't make that up.
No.
Yeah, Shawshank.
There was also reports from reputable people saying that the Pistons were considering and most likely to waive Duncan within the last 48 hours.
I know I seen
it. And obviously right now new reports just come out, and things change, right? Things can change. And that's the report. Now, does that mean they won't sign and trade him? No, that just means they're not going to waive him.
Right.
Now, he might be involved, to be honest, guys. It doesn't take out the solution of him being involved in the John Collins deal, and now maybe they're taking Duncan Robinson and putting him in the John Collins deal, sign and trade.
Let's see. We got a super chat. Aaron, he's back. Thank you for the $10. He says, people don't want to pay Duren $40 million, but are cool paying $45 and $48 for Sabonis the next 2 years. Madness. Sabonis is a putrid defender and can't shoot.
Well, it's an expiring contract. I mean, 2 years at that price point, and you would get way more offense than you would out of Jalen Duren. But
okay,
that's just me.
More breaking news. Brett Siegel, and again, we can do a reputable here, national NBA insider and reporter for Clutch Sports. Shout out. Clutch Sports, reputable, correct?
Yeah, they got Eric Vincent.
Eric Vincent. Shout out Eric, dude. Absolute legend.
Shout out.
He tweeted out and said, it sounds like the Detroit Pistons will be doing a sign and trade for John Collins with the Los Angeles Clippers, which means they will not need to waive Duncan Robinson to have the cap space to add John Collins. Robinson was expected to be a cap casualty if the Pistons were to absorb Collins using cap space, which they did not. They're sign and trading. Opens up the door, more cap to be able to use to keep Duncan Robinson. So whoever that was in the chat saying this is wrong, they went about it the right way. Now, we don't know what the sign and trade is. Maybe they're sending like a Marcus Sasser or a couple picks.
But does keeping Duncan Robinson, not waiving him, mean that he's going to be in a Pistons uniform next year?
Not necessarily.
Because
well, that's what I said. There's still a chance he gets
traded.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of the wave stuff, that's
Yeah. And also, to your point, Boone, I was going to bring up earlier the John Collins stuff that you said you don't think that he was the number one option, and I agree. I fully agree. I do think he wanted to make a big swing at a guy like Kawhi or something like that. Even maybe Tyler Herro it's still an option, but I think he probably want to be in that 3-team trade with Milwaukee and Miami. But Shams did say that they were pursuing they were heavily pursuing John Collins to be their starting 4, like in the beginning of the offseason. So that means they might have been out on Tobias Harris way earlier than we thought.
I think so. Yeah.
I think they knew Tobias Harris was not going to be the starting 4 for this team.
Well, you can't keep Tobias in that role. He's too old.
Yep. The reports were, too, by the way. Like when I was listening to Coop said he spoke with someone around the organization during the playoffs. And when Tobias, and this is where it's like it was really cool that Tobias was going off. But the reports from inside of, the Pistons organization was, hey, he's playing himself out of Detroit right now. Yeah. And there's nothing you're going to tell the guy like, hey, stop playing well. Like, he's getting himself a better contract, and they obviously weren't willing to give him the most that they could have. Even with the bird rights, they were like, hey, this is the price that we thought. We have to be able to go out and assign a SAR and maybe bring Jalen Duren back. So, yeah, Caleb, you probably are right. They probably from the jump were like, we're just not unless it's like a super cheap deal. I don't know. It probably was never happening.
Yeah, and I do agree with you, KG, that like even him playing himself out, they didn't see in the future with him at the starting at 4. So I'm with you. He's just
it was never the plan for him.
No, and I think even before the playoffs and even after the playoffs, they were like, listen, we would love to bring him back, but not in the same role.
Exactly.
To be your starting 4 wasn't going to happen.
I love the fact that if they don't trade Duncan and they keep him, like that's that's incredible because he could still start for you, and you're not in a bad spot at that point.
But imagine if they still get that big swing, you still get to keep Duncan.
If you get that big swing and you have Duncan coming off the bench,
now you talk about a loaded team.
It's incredible.
Yeah. By the way, let's see. I saw. wait. What is Nicholas says, "Old boy in the back looked like a Timu Windy."
Timu
Is he
Windy
talking? Is that you, Caleb?
I don't know, man.
Timu Windy, Brian Windhorse.
Oh no.
Timu Brian Windhorse.
Windy is crazy.
Oh no.
Now, why is that?
I've never thought that.
Let me ask you a question.
Now, why is that?
Timu Windy.
Caleb, you should play into it and just come like in a full suit like Wendy does.
Yeah.
If I was wearing a suit right now, I would die.
He do sound like Wendy a little bit too.
Oh no.
You got to do the.
Now, why is that? That's what I'm like.
Now LeBron, why does he does do the Trump hands? He does.
That's crazy.
Now, why is that?
It's a tough look.
Man.
It's a tough look.
Prolific says, who is paying Tobias more than $15 million?
There's going to be a team that does it, I bet. If he gets to free agency, I bet you, and the bird rights are off the table.
He played himself into it.
Yeah. I mean, what was he making last year? 20-something?
Yeah, some bottom feeder will pay him
He's
that.
not going to drop down to 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to get 15
Can
at
I give
least.
you guys a team?
Sure.
Golden State.
Oh.
I mean, I could see it.
They bring in LeBron. They can't get Anthony Davis.
It's
Tobias
the
Harris
old
plays
folks
the four.
home. Yeah, shit.
Who played the 4 for the Spurs?
Champagne.
Oh, yeah,
he's good. Yeah. That's good. I mean,
Yeah, I guess that's
there's a
not
team out there.
the
For
worst.
Sure. There's a team out there.
Someone's going to do it. Someone's going to be able to afford it and pay him that.
Prolific says Duncan is barbecue chicken on defense. He can't start. He might be the worst defender in the league.
Can y'all stop with the Duncan defense shit? It didn't matter. They were good with Duncan in the lineup. The defense shit is overrated, especially from the 2 position. You know how hard it is to get 2-way 2s in this league? It's not easy, bro.
No, it's not.
The fact that he shoots for that's what he's here. He's here to shoot. He's not here to do. He's not here to defend, y'all. He's here to shoot.
But KG, he can't defend at all. He's a fucking horrible defender. Shout out Duncan Robinson, but bad defender. Really bad.
That's a good Wendy impression.
Dadwood Dress says Joe is starting anyway. Isaiah Joe.
Joe's
don't
coming
know.
off the bench.
Yeah, he's coming off the bench.
I love Isaiah Joe, but he no.
If you want to win a championship, you can't take a guy that was on a championship team, an 8th guy on a championship team, and be like, he's now our starter. Like you're that's a lateral move, as Caleb would say.
Lateral move.
North End says y'all forgetting about the Timberwolves for Tobias.
Yeah, maybe.
I think there's a lot of teams out there that could go after Tobias.
He's probably going to be somewhere. Yeah.
He's going to get on a contending team, and
that's right. Rui, I like the Rui because it's Kool-Aid was kind of talking about him too. Like he could shoot the 3 ball.
I'm telling you, Rui's
less a role here.
That's the issue. I'm telling you, dude.
What?
I love you guys. There's no way Rui Hachimura is coming off the bench somewhere. That man just shot 57% from 3 off 53
you want to bet on
playoffs.
that? You want to place a wager?
I think
he's going to be
to me, for him to start.
He's
going to sign with the
low.
Well, that's what he'll do. He's like, give me money.
Can we do the sports book? Him starting in a lineup.
It's like plus 100, which is not crazy.
I'd take that bet. We can place a wager on that.
We can do. Let's do something. Pizza bet.
Pizza bet?
Yeah.
Pizza bet.
But I'll do this though because there's 2 of you that want to get involved. You each have to get me a pizza.
No, it could be KG Booner.
Yeah.
But then you're not involved in this. You want it in.
Okay. Well, I agree. I disagree with you, but it could be KG Booner.
You too.
All right. Pizza bet.
Because you really have 3 guys that.
But how do we know if he's a starter though? Like we're not going to know until the end of the NBA.
He signs with a team that has a wide open hole in the floor.
Right.
Hey, let's mark this. At the end of next year, he started in at least half of the.
No,
well, you
Bro,
got
that was
Jiminy
because of
Crickets,
injury.
man.
Yeah, come on, bro. We're not doing that.
Booner, you know it. When he
He's
signs
going
with
to
a
be
team, you'll know is he starting.
But you guys could easily, it could be a subjective and be like, oh, he's not to, and that could be like, well, I would start him more.
Listen,
it's subjective.
is he a starter? Yes.
Chad,
or no?
what do we think?
That's the only way I'm doing the bet.
What do we? Yeah, but you have to be able to see if he's.
I'll
you
throw
can't
a
just
poll
look.
up.
It'll be clear whether he's
going to look at the
be a
roster and
starter.
say because what happens if and I end up having to pay you the pizza bet and he starts 50+ games.
No, is he going to be a starter at the start of the season?
Craig Burton
I think
says,
it has to be
Craig
for the
Burton says
season.
I'm a Lakers fan and Rui isn't what you want.
Thank you.
I mean, off the bench, I would like him though.
I think
Yeah,
it has
off
to
the
end
bench
the
for
season.
starting, but they had him
He
starting,
starts
and they
over
said,
half of the
"See you
season.
later." Hey, Rui, they don't want him. They want him over there.
Because I'm not making that pizza bet because it's subjective at that point. We can just look at the roster and be like, well, I would like you would start someone else over him, but I would start Rui.
I'm going to
over
throw a
him.
poll up.
It's subjective at that point.
Michigan Hendo, mad as hell in here.
I just think what he brings to the table isn't good enough to start. I think he's a good role.
But I think he's going to sign with probably a team that you're like, yeah, that's your guy. He's going to start 50 games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, he has to be a starter at the beginning of the year. Like as soon as the season starts, he's penciled in as the starter.
Because injuries, that is fair.
That's the
like,
only
if someone
way.
gets hurt and he starts, but you win. That's like
That's
a
weak
little
as hell.
bullshit.
Like that's the
All
only
right,
way I'm making a bet.
The pizza bet doesn't until the
Opening
first
night.
opening night. As
Okay,
long as
that's
injuries obviously if there's some sort of injuries or something,
it's on wax.
Everyone's
that's
fully
a fair
healthy.
bet. That's a fair bet.
Because I can't do it if we just look at the roster and we're like, because you could definitely make an argument.
Let's go to break. We come back. Let's do mailbag. You guys fire
Drop
off
'em.
mailbag questions. We'll answer anything, any thoughts, questions, concerns you guys have. We'll talk anything that comes out about free agency. We'll update you accordingly. We're gonna double up here. Only going in, right? Because we have Massage Chair House and D-Max Grind Time event.
Yeah, we want to double up here?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
tell
sounds
us
good.
Tell us about both, Caleb.
Yeah, if you're looking to take your relaxation to the next level, then Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills is the place to be. They feature top brands like Infinity and Osaki, and they are your destination for premium comfort and cutting-edge wellness technology. Experience the difference with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc and creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at the Wellness Doc. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation. And let me tell you about DMAC Grind Time. Our guy, Darren McCarty.
Shout out.
Tomorrow. It's tomorrow,
be there.
Thursday, July 2nd. Yes, tomorrow, DMAC is bringing the grit back to Detroit. Woodward Sports is taking over the grand opening of Grind Time Pro Wrestling Academy at the historic Brewster Wheeler Recreation Center in Detroit. The Woodward Heavyweights will be broadcasting live on site from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. The open house runs from 5:30 to 7:30, giving you the perfect chance to tour the brand new school, sign up for classes, or lock in your gym membership. Then stick around right after for a free graduation wrestling show to see Grind Time's newest students put it all on the line. Don't miss out. Check out Grind Time Wrestling Academy on tomorrow, Thursday, July 2nd.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
It's mortgage's symbol of excellence, part of the very fabric of mortgage pros. The blue jacket, a symbol reserved for those that have separated themselves from the pack. Those who chose discipline over excuses, standards over shortcuts. At Mortgage Pros, greatness isn't given, it is earned.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Sean Belizian wake you up every Monday through Friday on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. That's right, Big D Energy has moved to mornings. Get your morning dose of Neil's tone and Sean's insanity. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Two Detroit sports legends coming together for the best Detroit sports morning show there is. Big D Energy, waking you up weekdays on Detroit's #1 sports network.
All right, if you're looking for a career upgrade, check out Mortgage Pros, the #1 mortgage broker to work for in the entire state of Michigan. We saw their incredible company culture out at their annual block party, and their team, they truly love what they do. With over 4.9 stars on Google and over 4,000 reviews, their reputation, it speaks for itself. So if you are looking for a new job, give Mortgage Pros in Troy a call. You see the number on the screen, 248-416-1361. It's Mortgage Pros. Let the pros handle it.
And let me tell you about Amnesia and their newest product, the Switch. I don't know where I put my reads, which is crazy, but shout out to Amnesia and the Switch too. It's a 2-gram. Oh, why? Thank you, sir. Their newest launch, the Switch, is a 2-gram dual chamber disposable featuring liquid diamonds with 2 chambers and 2 different flavor profiles. You can enjoy the left, you can enjoy the right, or you can enjoy both at the same damn time. Discover your new favorite with the Switch 2 by Amnesia.
We're back. It's crunch time here on Woodward Sports. Mailbag. Let's get to mailbag. Drop those questions as well.
Tonight's stream.
And before we do that, I do want to tell you guys about what's going on tonight. So USA plays tonight, and we have been doing watch parties for the World Cup. we're going to be at Dog and Pony Show Brewing in Oak Park. We Are Soccer will be there. Woodward Sports will be there. And we'll be doing our watch party. I will make an appearance. Booner will make an appearance. We're going to come support. Some people at Woodward Sports will be there. I talked to Terry Foster. He will be there as well.
Whole crew,
Shout out, man.
Dog and Pony Show Brewing. That's where the watch party is. If you want to come grab a beer, hang out, watch some soccer, come on by. It'll be a great time. Dog and Pony Show Brewing. All right, let's get to mailbag here. Jamoki says, mailbag, who is the second option on the team? Right now, it's John Collins.
Yeah, it is.
To be fair, but that's right now, and it's not over. But yes, right now. DNC mailbag, the devil on JD's shoulder named playing on the QU just sent him the U up text. Is it the qualifying offer?
That's the qualifying offer. We talked about that with DNCNT the other day.
DNC, he's not going to do that. He will cave and sign the Pistons offer before he signs that.
Yeah.
That's if I'm his agent, I'm like, dude, you're not playing a qualifying offer, bro.
There's no way that you're.
That is like that. The risk that comes with that. Caleb, you're an agent. You're representing me. You're telling me to do that shit because you're fired. If so.
Okay, so it's all
Dude, there's
hey, to be fair to KG's point, as an NFL agent, he probably has little to no clue to what he's doing.
You know what
Maybe he does, but obviously,
because you know what
I won't say no clue, but
it
hasn't
worked out.
It's a different.
You know what
market.
the biggest argument his agent has? All NBA third team, All Star. Next year, you're not that. Oh, okay. You were that 2 years ago.
I'm not saying you should.
Now the number goes down.
Now the number goes down
drastically.
So now that we're talking about that, and I know we kind of dismissed it the other day, but if you're Jalen Duren, maybe you're considering. Would you bet on yourself a second time?
No, you're not.
No.
You just
Not
were all
even-
NBA.
Do you? I don't know,
There's
man.
no chance he's not going to have a better year. Maybe statistically, potentially, but at the end of the day, he's not going to be all NBA third team. I mean, Kate was down for how much? 20 games, and he had.
It seemed like he dead set on not like accepting
you know what, though,
this
KG,
contract.
I'm not
though.
even going to make the argument that I don't think he can get better. I think he could come out and be even better.
Yeah.
But he should not do that.
No,
Just
I don't
the
think
risk,
he should either. I think it's stupid, but
by
it's
the way,
possible.
Shawshank Submarine something, I don't know. He said, "How's mailbag? How's Peyton Pritchard as a comp expectation for Ibuka? Perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate. Started a dozen games during the season as needed. 15 points per game off the bench, 20 points per game as a starter. Right away, probably not, but I think he could eventually get into a role like that.
Yeah, Peyton Pritchard has carved out quite the role for himself over there with the Celtics. Man, he's a prolific scorer, even off the bench. But yeah, I don't know if Okori can get there. He's got the tools though. I mean, he's got the skill set, but I don't know if he can get to that. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, Joby, mailbag. Have you guys seen the beef between Niels and the Heavies going on? Yeah, I was actually arguing with Neil in the back before the show. I think we came together to an agreement.
Not really, but
well, I mean, this is the thing with Neil. I love Neil to death. He doesn't listen to anyone.
Nope.
He just talks and I know it's coming from me, someone who yells and talks. It's a different level with Neil.
No.
He will ask you a question and be like, tell me.
Right.
Tell me. And I'm like trying to tell him, and he just keeps saying, tell me. And it's like, all right, dude, like if you're not going to actually let me tell you, stop telling me to tell you. Like,
or he just won't subscribe to whatever you're trying to tell him.
No, and he won't listen. And he wants you to understand what he's saying, but he won't understand what you're saying. So I love Neil to death. It's the most frustrating thing in the world.
With Neil, it's not even the talking over per se; it's the talking points because he has his points and he stick to them.
I can't stand when he's asking me to tell him and break it down, and then he doesn't allow you to do that.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, dude, all right, like we're all adults here. Like, give me my minute. That's all I ask for.
Zach Soap says mailbag, will Kane leave? It's
Patrick
He's
Kane?
probably going to leave.
Yeah.
Yes. But D-Mac, we were in the office talking about it yesterday. Like he's advocating for him to stay. But to answer your question, yes, it looks like he's going to leave.
Yeah.
King Tommy, mailbag, how would you feel if we re-signed Duren, ship the picks Levert and Holland for Murphy?
That would be ideal, right?
I think Murphy might be.
I think he out of the question with John Collins.
Is Dave Foley?
Not fully.
Throw him on the wing.
Not fully because you
go,
can play Collins off the bench, and you did pay him a
play
little.
all.
Murphy, they can play together.
Trey Murphy's not a 4. By
He's
the
a
way.
3. You throw him on the wing.
He's a 2 or a 3.
He's a 2-3. He could play. I just don't know.
I think you could do that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like New Orleans wants. Are they still looking to trade him?
I mean, I think so. I think the prices has always been so high.
You haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard.
Him.
It feels like we haven't really. That kind of.
The last thing that you heard is that they asking for a gazillion picks.
Gazillion picks.
Yeah, like
he could definitely. He'd come and be. It'd be Cade, Trey, Asar, John Collins, Duren.
So just real quick, Jake Fisher just tweeted out. Jake Fisher is with obviously the Steinline. Obviously, we already know the part. Clippers will create a trade exception by helping facilitate John Collins in a sign and trade to Detroit. And obviously 3-year, $51 million, first year's guaranteed. He said, I'm also told that Detroit was not willing to offer Tobias Harris more than one guaranteed season either. With the Lakers business today, let's see if Harris or Rui Hachimura end up signing into the Spurs is open for. Okay, so he's talking about the Spurs.
Yeah.
So Tobias and Rui potentially for the Spurs. But the Pistons were not willing to give Tobias more than 1 year guaranteed.
Wow.
So they're probably offering Tobias like a 3-year deal, but they were like, you can get the John Collins deal if you want it. We'll do 3 years, 51. And Tobias was probably like, no.
I'm glad they chose John Collins, though. And I love Tobias Harris, but if that was the case, they made the right decision, man. My guy side mailbag is the possible acquisition of Trey Murphy dead at this point. I think he could play the 3 and be our second scorer in the first unit because of his 3-point shooting and athleticism. I'm with you. I mean, I'm not going to say it's dead. That should be something they should definitely be exploring. So yeah.
I think it's dead.
How about this one?
But what?
Cade Cunningham, Asar Thompson, at the 4, John Collins, at the 5, Jalen Duren, and at your 3 spot, LeBron James.
So you play Asar at the 2.
LeBron can play the 2. The wings are interchangeable. There's no just like 2. It's 2 and 3. They're interchangeable.
No, if you get LeBron, then Asar got to go to the bench. Because I'd have LeBron.
No, you're not having
LeBron is my wing. Duncan, assuming you still have Duncan, is your 2 because you need shooting.
Same.
You need shooting. If LeBron is out there, you still need shooting. I'd move Asar to the bench.
You know what the problem is?
LeBron.
What you mean?
You're bringing LeBron as your 6-man, KG.
You know what the problem is with that, though?
No.
You'd probably honestly, like, because you need a defender, a perimeter defender on the floor. So you probably, John Collins might be off the bench. You play LeBron at the 4.
LeBron James.
Oh, well, yeah, that actually
Because who's defending like
No,
the best
yeah,
player?
yeah,
you
you're
know
right,
what I mean?
you're
LeBron,
right.
Hey, in his prime, he could guard all 5. Right
Yeah.
now, he ain't guarding ish. He ain't guarding nothing out there. I love LeBron, but he ain't doing nothing.
Hey, can we, before we leave, can we all give our predictions on the Jalen Duren contract? Like fully, like what we think it's going to end up being?
I'll say anywhere from 36 to 40.
Yeah.
Still in that range. In that little.
If they get him for 30, that's a home fucking run. Like
it'll be a couple
slam.
mil more than Walker because he's all NBA All-Star. You can get that little bump, but I don't think it's going to be more.
I think it's a 5-year deal at 190. That's my prediction. 5-year at 190.
5 and 190. I'm not mad at that.
Okay. What's the math there?
That's 38 a year.
Okay, that's
for 5
exactly
years.
Yeah, it's right in the middle of what I said. I agree with that. I'll take that. Yeah,
He'll
38.
get between 39 and 42 million a year.
I think I hope it's not 42. I guess 42. I mean, I can give you a 2 extra mil, but
yeah,
that 40, that's my line.
By the way, Zach Soap says, "Why
I
is
think
there
they get under.
Zach Soap in the chat mailbag? Why is there beef with the heavies? No, it's Neil and the heavies, and that's
and
something maybe
they
the
was
heavies will
calling
address.
him out for a take. He said Cade was a Duren merchant. He did. It's more nuanced to it though.
Yeah,
like I understood what he was saying, but
it's tough. Yeah.
But when you say it just outright like that, of course, people their ears they hear that. And just
he might have got clipped out of context.
He did it, to a degree. He did
to a degree,
which is
he
the
did
buzzword
say
in the whole thing.
He did say it, but there was context in there. I do agree with that because I see it, but. Yeah, it's between them. So tune into the heavies. See what's going on there. But
heavies, leave me out of it, please.
We'll catch you guys tomorrow. The DOC will be joining tomorrow. So we'll have the doc on tomorrow. Friday, me and Booner out, but you'll have Caleb Zarnick on the desk.
Yes.
So Friday, Mr. Zarnick will having his debut here on the desk.
Okay.
Which will be
Kool-Aid will be with them as well.
Yeah, we're stacking the show up with
nobody's here Friday. Everybody, I should take off Friday. Everybody taking off Friday.
Everyone's
off.
Fuck,
bro.
You had Juneteenth. We have the 3rd.
Yeah, I see. I see that. And any other day you want. No,
it ain't fair, man. No, we'll get out of here. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, 11 to 1. Until then, peace.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.